Yeah. Do it right here, man. It's the history of the world. Volume 1. That's what we are. So we be. G.O.D. Let me show you all the ways that we came in the name, the ancestral bloodline that runs in our veins. I spit knowledge coming out the tip of the brain, like the Moorish architects that was building in Spain. Let me show you all the ways that we came in the name, the ancestral bloodline that runs in our veins. I spit knowledge coming out the tip.
What's the deal? What's the deal? You already know who the fuck it is. I'm on asharenu. We back in this bitch. What's up, Mona? What's the deal? We'll let everybody come in and get prepared.
That statement's gonna get me beheaded, cause the arm head is so precious. I pay homage and give credit to those that came before me and study our glory instead of his story. We were great rulers.
What's the deal, Anthony? What's the deal, Dizzy? What's the deal? What's up, what is it, Ethereal King? What's good, what's good, what's good? We're going to be getting started in just a second. What's up, Sharice? We'll be getting started in just a second. Give me about 60 seconds. What's up, Golden Appeal? Didn't even plan on making a video today, but you know how spirit works. Y'all know how spirit works, so here we are. We're going to give people about 60 more seconds and we'll get started. So. The Sphinx in the middle of your poster. What I'm writing with the ink is the link to enthrone you and revive you from your stolen legacy. But knowledge of self is the only remedy to reawake you. Is everybody good? Is everybody good? Is everybody good? You already know how we get down.
Let me show you all the ways that we came in the name, the ancestral bloodline that runs in our veins. I spit knowledge coming out the tip of the brain, like the Moorish architects that was built in Spain. Let me take you on another journey into Appalachia. Not too many scholars want to talk of Black Arabia. They DNA connections to the peoples of Australia.
You know how people be cuddling their dogs and shit? You know what I mean? I'll be doing it with the skulls. You know what I mean? You can put spirits. You see this skull? You can put things in here, right? You can put stuff in here. So when you're working with spirits, you can fill this up with items and conduct rituals. You know? So just giving y'all some ideas before we get started. So just in case you see me grab this and rub on the third eye and all that. Y'all know what it is. Anyway, hopefully everybody is good. Let's get started. Hopefully y'all been enjoying the tunes. So today's video is called The Emblem of Justice. Now, the Emblem of Justice, this basically represents what you would consider, because you know everybody has their own sense of justice. Let me turn this down a little bit. Right? Now some people may consider, okay, if you want justice, you got to go through the court system. But there are others who say, I would take justice into my own hands, right? Fuck the police, fuck the state, you know, fuck all these other motherfuckers that's a part of these secret societies, locking motherfuckers up, right? Because we know how the game go, right? We understand that there are 5 times more so-called white people in America, right, than black people. I believe so-called black people make up about 12% of the population, something like that, you know, give or take. However, we also understand that majority of the people in jail are black men, right? So if 95% of the prison's population is black men, and we only make up 12% of the population, and I'm pretty sure there's more black women than black men, we know that there's a conspiracy going on, right? How is it 5 times more white people in the country, but majority of the people locked up look like me? So, what do you consider the emblem of justice? Right? What do you consider? Let me make sure I give everybody a shout out. What's up, Lower X? What's up, BBY? I don't know, you know, what's up, student teacher? Y'all be having some crazy names. What's up, Aiden? What's up, EMS girl? What's up, Solomon? You said African Americans. Again, I'm just using these titles because people don't know who they are. I don't call white people white, I don't call black people black, but just for the sake of conversation, that's why I'm using these terms. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers not ready to hear the real shit. Nonetheless, I'm asking everybody, what do you consider the emblem of justice? Because whatever you consider the emblem of justice will dictate how far you journey in life. Because if you put your faith in a corrupted system, you may receive rewards. You may even live a good life in terms of financially. I'm pretty sure they get paid well in the court system. But at what cost? At what cost? Right? Somebody's feeding their family off of locking your black ass up. That's how they feed their families. Therefore, for you to trust in them when they don't care about you, they care about their family. They care about themselves at your expense. So again, I pose a question. What is your emblem of justice? Because that will determine what circles you get to move in. That determines who you trust. That determines who you do business with. This is very important. Because once you have established what your emblem of justice is, you have to move in that light. You can't half-ass. There's too many of us who have sold out. This is why there will never be a revolution, because there's too many people being paid off to remain silent. When it's clear as day what happens in the world every day, right? We see it, but it gets swept under the rug. This is nothing new. I'm not saying anything that is not already known. But I just pose a question to all my alchemists, all my people in the underworld, pimps, hoes, drug dealers, killers. You know what I mean? Magicians, sorcerers, necromancers, whatever you choose to call yourself. What is your emblem of justice? Because that will determine in your spirit, so not just physically, but in your spirit. There's certain ancestors that don't, let me choose my words carefully. There's certain ancestors in your bloodline that will not fuck with you because you don't fuck with them. How can you say that you come from a certain bloodline, but you work for the system that helps destroy the bloodline? What's the excuse? You gotta pay your bills, right? You gotta feed your family. But at what expense? At what cost? Because at the end of the day, you're gonna look around and you're gonna be all by yourself. Because they're not for you. You're gonna look up, you all alone. If you thought you was doing the right thing, turns out, once the spirits abandon you, you can be harmed. The only thing that is keeping us alive is the spirit, I guarantee you. It's not this fucking system. What keeps me free, what keeps me mentally astute, is the spirit. It's nothing else. It's not because of a fucking job. It's not because of who I know or who I don't know. This is strictly on spirituality, soul food, right? How close are you to your soul? How can you be true to yourself when you know what actually goes down and you make excuses why you are still a part of it, knowing damn well what happens? let's just say I give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's just say you didn't know. You didn't know what was going on. Let's give you the benefit of the doubt. Because we all are supposed to be adults, right? Most of us. There may be some teenagers. We're supposed to be adults. However, there's so much dilution in the world today. Things appear one way, but really are another way. Meaning you have people who will lie to your face, knowing the truth, just to throw you off. Because that's how they work, right? It's all about deception. In order not to be deceived, you have to clean yourself up. You got to clean yourself up. Let me pose this for all my vegans out there, right? All my organic eaters who feel like just because you eat a healthy diet that's enough. Let me inform you that there is nothing special about organic food. Even though you're willing to pay top dollar to eat organic, to eat vegan, but you're not growing your own food. What is the fucking point? Motherfuckers will rather go broke trying to live a healthy lifestyle, but don't have a garden where you can feed yourself and your family. I believe some places it's illegal to have your own garden. Imagine that. They tell you you can't grow your own food. You got to go to the market and you got to spend your money. You don't get to feed yourself. We know how this shit go, right? Hopefully, y'all are following along. Again, this is not to make you feel good. This is to wake you up. Don't claim this shit and you not about that life. Don't dress up and you not about this shit. Because I see it every day. Anyway, let us continue. Because of course I have notes. Let me pose this. If you was to break down the word devil, it's going to break down to the number 7. If you were to break down pride, because we talked about one of the 7 deadly sins yesterday, which was lust. Pride is also one of the other 7 deadly sins. Pride breaks down also to the number 7. Now, that's interesting because number 7 is the most spiritual number. Number 7 is a number of the dojo. Number 7 is a number of, you can say, the church or the temple, the place that you go to purify yourself. It's a place of purification. So, devil and pride breaks down to K2, which is a number 7 for those who are unfamiliar with the story of K2. You have Rahu, the number 4, and you have the number 7, which is K2. Rahu, who was a demon, went amongst the gods. He disguised himself and went amongst the gods. They were passing around the holy nectar, right? They were passing around the holy nectar. Rahu sipped from the holy nectar. But they realized, like, yo, that's not a god, that's a demon. Cut his head off. So you have the dragon's head and the dragon's tail. The north node, the south node, Rahu, K2. Rahu represents worldly ambition. K2 represents your spiritual ambitions. So because 7 represents your spiritual ambitions, and the word devil and the word pride breaks down to the number 7, they seem to contradict themselves. You would think devil and pride will break down to a number 4, right? That seems more fitting to what we believe the devil to be. A prideful, tempting people to do all type of worldly stuff, to give up their, who they really are in exchange for material gain. However, we see that there is a secret hidden in these phrases. Why does devil and pride, which is supposed to be a negative thing, right? Pride is supposed to be a negative thing. Oh, you have too much pride, too much ego. That takes you elsewhere. But this is why it's important to study numerology, because we can dig deeper into the science. The reason devil and pride and various other things breaks down to the number 7 as opposed to what we think the definition to be is because we understand, if we go back to the Bible, the allegories, we understand that the serpent was the one who brought enlightenment to Adam and Eve. Well, first Eve. The serpent came to the woman, then the woman seduced the man. Is that not what happens today? There's a lot of women in high positions in today's time, making, some women even make more money than men. A lot of men, right? So this is why we have a lot of women who dominate majority of the households. Now, is there anything wrong with that? Absolutely not. The issue is, because of that, it destroys the family structure. Not because women are doing their thing, it's because the dynamics of the relationships are no longer relevant. We understand back in the day that as a man, you had to take care of your family. Sometimes the women stayed home, sometimes they did, extra work on the side. But when a woman is the breadwinner, and let's just say the man is not, then the woman respects the man less and less and less and less, to the point where he becomes pretty much irrelevant. So you know what happens when that happens? He leaves. If you are a real man, you will not allow yourself to be dominated by a woman, regardless of how much you get paid. It's just something within you that just won't allow that to happen. So you would rather be in your own space than to be in a household where the woman feels as if she is the man and you are supposed to take orders. So, because we are dealing with all these dynamics, we see why there's so many kids out here who don't know what the fuck to do, don't know what's going on, and are easily led in the wrong direction. Because the family unit and the family structure is not stabilized. So fucking what that the bills are paid. So fucking what that motherfuckers may be driving nice, living nice, don't have no financial worries, or just, living check to check, whatever the situation may be. But the relationship dynamics were the cost. Y'all want me to really take y'all there? Let's go to actual fact. Let's go to actual fact. This is not to make anybody feel anything other than truth. Anyway, let's take it back to the civil rights movement in the 60s. You know what stopped the civil rights movement? The feminist movement. The feminist movement said, we are women first. And women, black women specifically, took on that ideology. We are women first. Then came the welfare. We will pay you to keep men out of the home. You literally get paid for keeping a man out of the home. This is actual fact. Do your research. At that point, no more civil rights, because the family unit has been destroyed. Right? And fuck how you feel. Do your research and see that is what happened. The women abandoned the men and left the men out here. All women? No. Majority? Yeah. Is this to bash women? No, it's to tell you how we got in the situation that we are in. Why we see so much confusion out here. This is 50 years in the making. Maybe even 100 years. Or we can go all the way back to 400 years in the making. 400 years in the making, right? So truly, let's not even blame the woman, because we are all in America trying to get by, right? Trying to survive, so people make decisions and they have to live with those consequences. The consequences are the destruction of the family unit, majority of the men, black men, in jail, dead. They may be going a different way. So, because of all this, there's a lot of women out here by themselves, because it literally, where are the dudes? They're nowhere to be found. And let's just say the dudes that do have their situations in order, they're not going to submit to a woman, as I explained earlier. And the woman in today's times feel as if, like, why do I need to submit to a man? I can get my own. I don't need to submit. Right? This is how you can ask any woman out here. You know, they would rather get their own than to submit under a man, because they have been programmed to believe that they themselves can do it all themselves. But the consequences of that is what we see right now. Nonetheless, this is why I ask, what is your emblem of justice? What is your emblem of justice? What sacrifice are you willing to make for the greater good? Have a toast. I know I'm hurting so many feelings, but, you know, I'd rather speak the truth than to have subscribers, than to get views. I'd rather speak the truth. So I'm willing to deal with that consequence. Most people are not. Anyway, moving right along. Because we are older than the sun, moon, and stars, we predate the known universe. As they say, the 24 elders, right? 12 male, 12 female. But I guess y'all don't even, let me not even go that deep for those who don't even know what I'm talking about. Don't worry about it. We'll get to that in a future video. But I just want to focus on, if your emblem of justice is the court system, is going somewhere marching for freedom, if your emblem of justice is to change the system while being a part of the system, we cannot be surprised that nothing, I'm not even going to say nothing has changed. The game has gotten more sophisticated. As we say, white supremacy is no longer a bunch of Ku Klux Klan members burning crosses, killing motherfuckers at will. They have badges now, and they blast you. And they get off, paid. But this is a system that we put all our trust in. We think that we're supposed to petition the system and they're going to change their mind. There is no America without white supremacy. There is no America without white supremacy. They will die before they give up their way of life. They can care less about how you feel. They can care less about what position you may be in. They will die before they acknowledge your divinity. They will die before they acknowledge your divinity. Why? Do we really need to go into why? Nonetheless, let us continue. As we see, the energy of death can work in two ways. What do I mean by that? Most motherfuckers who claim to be spiritual has never taken a life. Don't know how it feels to see a person die. Don't know how it feels to put a curse on a motherfucker and watch their life dissolve into nothing. What do? They're trying to achieve enlightenment. Somewhere meditating in the forest. They're not putting in no work, for real, for real. This is why motherfuckers like, what is the dude's name? George Zimmerman? This is why he's still able to walk around free, untouched. I mean, somebody did punch him in the mouth, but he's still alive. So many people they literally was blocking off the freeways and all that, you know, with the whole Trayvon Martin motherfuckers was going crazy, but they left him alive. Because they still have this disorientated. Because you would think like, yo, why don't somebody just kill the dude and just do the time? You would be a hero, right? Motherfuckers will respect you, but we can kill each other with no problem, right? Because we don't value each other's lives. The man and the woman can argue each other down all day, separate, and leave the child to suffer. We know how women can be. We know how men can be, right? Or the man doesn't care. The woman is bitter, keeping the man away from his child, yada, 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 right? We know the game. We know how the game goes. We know that as a black man, you have the world against you. Your own woman may not be on your side. You can be in a relationship with a woman who is against you. Real shit. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. Right? Let me see what y'all saying. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. What's up, Leandro? Oh, okay. So what I did was, if you see a blue wrench by your name, I made you a moderator. So I made moderators. So it's a couple of y'all who are moderators. So just in case anybody come in here with that fuck shit, you can block them. So if anybody has a blue wrench by your name, that's because you're a moderator. So if you see any fuck shit, block them. You know what I mean? I told you we don't have no tolerance for that. No tolerance for madness. So if you see any fuck shit, block them. All right, where we at with it? Okay. What's up, Kayla? What's up, the Prime Ascension? What's up, Rael? What's up, 305 Capricorn? What's up, Young Samsora? I appreciate everybody tuning in. You know, we gonna speak the real shit. So again, this is not to make anybody feel no type of way, because the problem is bigger than just man or woman. This is bigger than just individuals. But we must understand the history as how did this happen, right? Because if we don't understand the source, which most people do not, this is why motherfuckers is going around in circles, not getting anything accomplished. Because we don't acknowledge the source. People don't want to take responsibility for their actions. You don't even have original thought. Most motherfuckers who's claiming shit don't even think for themselves. They just go along with whatever the group says. So because we don't have original thinkers, the collective dominates. So whatever the collective says, that's what is. And because of that, we will continue to suffer. Especially my original men out here. Right? All we got is us. I guarantee you that. I guarantee all we got is us. But we busy fighting and killing each other. So we really don't even have each other. So you really on your own. You on your own. And that's just the fucking reality. Because you truly don't know how embedded this shit is within people until you live with a person. It's not until you live with a person that you see how destructive their mentality is, because they choose to hang around with motherfuckers who don't have their best interests in mind. All right? But we're gonna keep coming with them chest shots. We're gonna keep coming with the chest shots because we need to understand. And somebody has to be willing to take the consequences. You die speaking truth. You live spreading lies. And I guarantee I will die for the truth. But how many people is on that level? Not too many. But, you gotta be built for this shit. And that's why I constantly ask, are you built for this shit? Are you willing to put your life down to stand for truth? Or are you just trying to live? You trying to fucking get famous on social media. You're trying to get into these social circles of motherfuckers who want to drain your life force away from you. They give you $1 million, but at the expense of draining your life force and making you a high-paid slave. You still don't have your own mind. Even though you can buy that Gucci, that Fendi, that Prada, live in that neighborhood, do this, do that. But truly, does any of that matter? Truly, does any of that matter? When the moment you walk out of your door, you have to see this fuck shit. You have to see, trust me, for all my people in Vegas, all my people on the West Coast, y'all know about Skid Row. Y'all know about the homeless people. Most of these people didn't necessarily just wake up one day and start to hit a crack pipe. They see the truth, and they realize they just lost hope in people. That's how people become crackheads and drug addicts, because they lose hope in the world. Like, yo, people are never gonna change. So you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna smoke up till I die. I ain't trying to deal with the reality. It's hard to deal with reality. That's why so many people are on drugs. That's why this shit is legal now, because nobody wants to deal with the reality of the situation. Because if you face reality, you have to do something. You don't get to look at the reality and not do anything. You don't get to pop the red pill and still live your life like you were before. Right? But the sacrifice that's required to be real with yourself may be your life. Look how many motherfuckers, political prisoners, are in jail for no reason, are sent to jail and put in the hole and forgotten about. The people that stood up end up falling down, getting killed or locked up and forgot about. So of course, there's little incentive to be righteous. There's little incentive to be righteous. When you see like, yo, if I be righteous, I may shorten my own life by speaking the truth, by being real. I may shorten my own life by acknowledging the truth. But for some of us, that's worth it. For most of us, it's not. So, this is why this is called the den of Satan. Not because it's pure evil, but because the sacrifice that is required to stand in your own truth. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. What's up, May? 92001. What's the deal? What's up, Rob? What's up, Phoenix Rising? Yeah, you have respect for the homeless. So You will never have respect for the homeless if you've never been in the streets. Most motherfuckers have never even been in a do or die situation. Most motherfuckers don't understand what it means to survive. So they can never truly appreciate the streets. They just put down the streets. They look down on the real motherfuckers. The real motherfuckers are in the streets. The motherfuckers who know the truth are in the streets. Not in the classroom, not at the job, not at the organization, in the streets, on the concrete. You may have to fucking sleep on that concrete. Because they seen through the illusion. And it was just too much. Being able to see through the veil may turn you to drugs. Because he's like, damn, especially if you blessed with this skin, and you see through this shit, you know. This is why it's imperative. You have some people who hate their fucking skin tone. You have motherfuckers darker than me bleaching their skin. Because they know if you have darker skin, you're going to have a harder life. If you have lighter skin, you're going to have an easier life. Actual fact. So it's motherfuckers who's wearing this armor and never can activate the power. Because they don't honor it. They don't honor their own armor. As we say, melanin carbon 666. If you don't honor your own shield, your own armor, it can't be activated. If it's not activated, then you go nowhere spiritually. Right? Tell me when I'm lying, right? I'll die right now if I'm lying. I'm still alive. Trust me. It's a little bit too deep, right? Okay. What's up, Moon Spirit? Drug addicts are a product of this society. Drug addicts are a product of reality. We don't have nothing to do with any society. This shit exists. You can go to China. You don't even see dark-skinned Chinese people. Especially when you think of a Chinese person, you think of a light-skinned Chinese person. And that's for anybody, right? You have dark-skinned Chinese, dark-skinned Japanese, dark-skinned everything. But you just don't see them. Why? Because the people suppressed them because of the fucked up mentality they have. The darker skins are oppressed, are hidden. Then they go to drugs because the world has abandoned them. All for material gain. Don't fuck with him and we pay you. Don't fuck with her, we pay you. Don't acknowledge your blackness, we pay you. Be about world peace, we pay you. You can't fight for your people. You can fight for all people. Like I say, like it's not about, what do they say? It's not about Black Lives Matter, it's about all lives matter. You can't specify what you are about. You gotta be for all people. You can't be for your people. You gotta be for all people. They'll let that slide. Or you want rights for all people? No problem. You want rights for your people? We don't think so. That's the trick. You can't want for your own people, but you can want for the world. But you know, we see the consequences that we have to deal with because of that. Whether we see it in music, whether we see it in Hollywood, we see the same programming over and over and over and over and over again. It's the same programming. Now, every now and then, you may get a spark of light, but it's rare. So, unless you stand tall, you will fall victim to the society that is built to destroy you from the inside out. And if they can't destroy you from the inside out, they can blow you away. And the only thing that's keeping you alive is your ancestors, is the spirit protecting you because you are here for a greater cause. That's it. That's why I have no fear, because I know I'm protected. I've been in so many life and death situations and lived. Not because I'm a smart motherfucker, not because I'm just the most smoothest. It was divine intervention that kept me still here. I wouldn't even be here without divine intervention. I wouldn't be here if I was not spiritual. I guarantee that if I was never spiritual, had I not ever had that revelation, I would not be alive today. Because my mind was destroyed like everybody else's. It was a gift from the spirit of like, yo, it's time for you to wake the fuck up. And that's why I just went crazy with this information. Because I didn't have a choice. Like, either you learn who you are or you die. Because it's death all around. And what keeps you alive is you knowing how to activate your own armor. You activate your own armor by acknowledging your own. How many of us acknowledge our Olmec history? We all from Africa, right? Everybody's from Africa. What about the Olmecs? As they call Mayans or the Incans. Like that's not us. Like we don't have nothing to do with that. Everybody's from Africa, though. Right? Some people say, oh, I'm Native American, I'm Aboriginal, but who's claiming Olmec? Just putting some blasters in your head. Fuck Native American, fuck Aboriginal, Olmec. Tapping into that energy changes your life because that's who the fuck you are. And I know it for a fact. Where is it at? Give me 1 second. See this shit? Hold on. See this shit? You see this? Olmec. Shit. Olmec magic. And you see all these are used, right? You see this, it's all scrunched up because I've been using this shit in real time. Anyway, y'all get my point. That is the most powerful shit that I've ever used. This shit is so powerful that I saw a strike of lightning hit a pole and set it on fire at 3 o'clock in the morning and nobody else was around. In North Hollywood. I was in North Hollywood walking down the street, had my seals on me. I was working with a particular deity that is the god of lightning. I was working with the god of lightning. He showed his power. Struck, I saw this, nobody else is around. Cause you know, I'll be in the streets like that. Nobody else is around. Saw that fucking lightning strike. Letting it be known who the fuck I'm dealing with. Like this is how powerful I am. I can tell you example after example after example. But why keep it to myself? We in this shit together. Alright? But you gotta unlock that shit within your heart. Where we at with it? Where we at with it? So I'm just shouting everybody up, you know. I think I got everybody. I appreciate everybody, y'all, you know, giving the feedback. So, society needs a spiritual bath. No, this is society. Society can suck my middle fingers. The society will never change. As I told you earlier, they will die before they change their ways. They will not change. This is why it does not matter what the law says. It does not matter what's on these books. Their mentality will never change. It's just so it's embedded in their DNA. They will never change. They will never change. We are the ones to say, okay, I know who you are. And I know who I am. That's the difference. You can't know your enemy and not know yourself. You will lose the war. But if you know yourself and you know your enemy, you will win every time. That's a famous quote by somebody. I believe that's from The Art of War. That's the art of war. If you don't know who you are and you know your enemy, you lose. If you know who you are but don't know your enemy, you lose. You must know who you are and your enemy. That's the only way that you will be led to victory. That's the only way. You have to know who you are and know who your enemy is. But how do you know who you are? This is why so many of us are confused. You're African, you're Native American, you're Aboriginal. They're going to tell you everything but what you really are. You're Afro-American, you're a Negro, you're a nigger, you're a nigger. Everything but what you are. But I just told you what you are. It's up for you to do something about it, bro. What you gonna do about it? Anyway, y'all get the fucking point. The program is too deep. This is why I say they will not change. We change. Fuck society. Fuck America. Fuck everybody and everything that's not with the shits. Motherfuckers are scared of guns. Or the police officer has his gun, so I'm afraid. You know how many times that I stood with the police ready to die and they didn't do shit? But you gotta be built for this shit. You gotta be built. You know, I've been ready to die for a long time. Not to say I have a death wish, but I'm willing to lay my life down at any time. If you know who you are, you know that you transcend death. So what you scared of? Most people are still afraid of death. Why? Because that thought was put in your head as a child. You were fed the wrong foods, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Now you fear death, and you fear taking life. I'm not telling you gotta shoot nobody. But we got real work to take shit out, to change shit. You can tap into your magic. You can tap into your carbon and fuck everything up. And I just gave you an example. Right? But you gotta know it for yourself. I can only say so much. Until you see it for yourself, until you apply it for yourself, it's not gonna make any sense. I can tell you many experiences, many experiences I had, but what does it really mean if motherfuckers ain't ready for this shit? You know? So, I asked everybody, did y'all want me to come to Los Angeles or Phoenix? I had people like, yo, come to Phoenix, come to Phoenix. I got people that saying come to LA. So, I'm coming both. I gotta go to both cities. Why? Because I'm willing to make the sacrifice. I'm willing to come to a motherfucker. I'm coming to your fucking city. Yo, come meet me. But who's ready to put in work? No motherfuckers just trying to meet at Starbucks and shit. Yo, let's have a coffee. Bitch, I don't want a fucking coffee. I come to LA, I'm going to Pasadena. I'm going to Devil's Gate. I'm putting in work. Motherfuckers ain't coming with me. That's the difference. Now, I respect the homies. Y'all know who y'all are, who put in that work with me. But that's what I'm on. How many people in Phoenix know about them underground tunnels? How many people in Phoenix know about them underground tunnels? How many of y'all really putting in that work for real? That root magic, right? That voodoo shit. How many motherfuckers is really putting in work? Not too many. A little bit. Motherfuckers want some Starbucks coffee though. Motherfuckers want to puff the weed though. But motherfuckers ain't doing that root work. You get what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, man, I'm over that shit. I don't want to smoke with you. I don't want a fucking coffee. If you are not ready to put in some real work to actually enhance who and what you are and build your connection with the spirit realm, then what are you doing it for? What is the fucking purpose? I don't know. But you know, there's so much confusion, motherfuckers don't even know why. But that's what I'm on. So if you want to meet me, it's not about being friends. I'm not here to be nobody's friend. I'm here to fucking elevate. Like, yo, I can take you through a tour in Hollywood and show you how this shit is built. I can show you the spirituality all in Hollywood, all in Santa Monica, all in Pasadena. Because I didn't been there. I didn't did it. I'm not just telling you, hey, meet me at Starbucks. Let's have a coffee. Like, come on. Who's on the level, right? Do I think there's a real enemy outside of self? No. The enemy only capitalizes off of you because you don't know who you are. That's all the white man did. The white man just capitalized off of your ignorance. That's the only thing he does. He is not smarter. He is not more powerful. He is just a good manipulator. That's it. He or she, whoever thinks like this. So I'm not even just talking about the skin tone, because you have people who look like me who think just like white people. So fuck them. So anyway, and again, this is not all. This is just a certain mentality. So I met some cool ones, but majority of them, fuck them. Anyway, you know. So you ain't gonna get too many people talking like this. They scared. You know, I don't want to lose my position. But when you ain't got shit to lose, then you can speak freely. It is what it is. Where we at? Yeah, that's how you spell OLED. I don't take life serious no more, just my mind. Well, your mind is life. Your mind is your life. Your life is your mind. So life and your mind are simultaneous. So right, I understand you may not take this worldly shit seriously, but at the end of the day, we here, and we gonna be here till you die. So you might as well do something. If we gonna be here, if we gonna be alive, we might as well put some work in instead of saying, oh, just fuck life. And that's why I'm like, it ain't about that, like, oh, just fuck. No, be putting in your work. Fuck what the society is doing, but you need to be doing your shit. Your alternative, creating alternative realities. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Fuck what society is doing. You put your work in. Then you build your power. Right? How do you know which tradition to begin practicing? If you are spiritual, the ancestors will reveal it to you. I know who I am because I had access to the spirit realm. And I'm not mean like I had access, but it was situations in the spirit realm where I was shown who I was. I was shown who I was. So I'm not just throwing out the old mech and all that just haphazardly. I was shown like, yo, this is who the fuck you are. Real shit. I have actual experience, which is not exclusive to me. Anybody can have the experience. You just have to desire it. But too many of us are out here chasing the bread, chasing the dollar. Too high, too drunk, too spaced out to really get any true answers. And that's the whole point. If you drugged out, spaced out, you know what I mean? How you're not going nowhere. You can make money. You can be a rapper. But fuck rappers. You know what I mean? Fuck rappers. It's, like, you know, it's all a corporation now. Rap is fake. Hip hop is real. Rap is fake. Fuck rap. MCs and hip hop all day. Rappers, rap music, fuck them. It's as simple as that. As simple as that. So, you know, hopefully y'all can handle the pressure. I'm just putting it in your mind that you don't have to be out here helpless. You don't have to be out here not knowing what to do. You can be out here putting in your work, discovering who and what you are and what you can do about your situation. You may not be able to change the world. You may not be able to help the world on a collective level, but you can at least help yourself and those who are like-minded, A-alike. If nobody else, you can help your A-alikes. And that's what I'm here. I'm here to express this message to the A-alikes. I'm not on the street corner preaching this shit to a bunch of stupid motherfuckers who will laugh in my face like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? I'm not wasting my time with that shit. Standing on the corner passing out Bibles and shit, like, fuck that. I move in silence. But I will reveal the secrets to you. But you have to do something with it. But if you don't do anything with it, then the situation doesn't change. We don't have a choice. You got to get into your magic or you will be a victim. That will be the only thing protecting you. It don't matter how much money you have. It don't matter how many people you know. If you're not in tune with your spirituality, if you're not in tune with your ancestors, you're dead meat. Those are the only energies that's going to keep you alive. I guarantee it. You know what I mean? Or they keep you mentally stable. A lot of people go crazy. What keeps you sane is your well-rooted in your foundation, your source energy, and who and what you are. So this is why so many of us are confused, and this is why we motherfuckers is getting blasted. Motherfuckers is going to jail because they don't know who they are. Because if they knew who they was, they wouldn't be in the position they was in. I guarantee it. You know? Fasting would definitely help. You know, fasting just opens up the door. You still got to put the work in. Just like a better diet opens the door. Fasting opens the door. But you still have to walk through it. Anything physical just opens the door. You still have to walk through. And there is no going back after you walk through. Remember the Matrix. Remember the Matrix. Remember, they got deceived by their own. I don't remember the names, but you know, you had Morpheus and you had Neo, you had Trinity, you had the black dudes, then you had the one dude that sold them out, that sold Morpheus out. Morpheus got sold out by his own dude. Jesus got sold out by his own dude. That's the problem. The problem is we get sold out by our own people. This is what allows the white man to capitalize. The white woman, whoever the fuck. Because we get sold out by our own people. Our own people is destroying us. Our own, like, it's black, you know what I mean? Niggas is killing niggas. Cops kind of do it. But most of the time, we're killing each other. Because we don't want to see each other elevate. Motherfuckers see you doing well, they want to break in your house. They want to steal your car. They want to, you know what I mean? They want to do something to, you know, as they say, the crabs in the bucket mentality. This is why you can't trust no fucking body. Because you don't know who's really with you and who's not. Who really has your best interest and who doesn't. Just because a motherfucker is smoking with you, or drinking with you, or talking in spirituality with you, don't mean they with you. I didn't seen it too many times. Just because a motherfucker got some knowledge don't mean they righteous. That's why, again, that's why it's, you know, there's more spiritual people on the planet than ever. But that does not mean that we're any closer to evolution. And what I mean by that is getting the fuck out of here and not coming back. Anyway. Are you ever fearful of anything? And is fear even necessary at all? Nah. Cause I'm ready to die. That's the difference. Again, it's not me having a death wish, but if I had to put my life down, I would not think twice about it. And, you know, that's the difference. So every day I'm going out here, I don't give a fuck. I'm talking to motherfuckers, walking right up in motherfuckers' faces. I'm like, I don't care where I am. I am this way the whole time. You know what I mean? I'm not submissive to I don't bow to nobody, no spirit, no person, no man, no woman. I don't bow to shit. That's the difference. Because I don't have to. Everybody else, like, you gotta submit, gotta submit. Master. Fuck all that shit. I'm sipping. Alright? Fear is a disease of the mind. Fear is a disease of the mind. Strong. Alright. Yeah, definitely warrior mentality. So y'all get the point. Again, this is just a quick video. I didn't plan to go in depth about anything. I'm just letting y'all know this shit is real. Just in case you didn't know, I don't know why you wouldn't know. Anyway, if this don't spark you, then nothing will. If this don't spark you, then nothing will. So, we can get up out of here. Unless y'all have any questions, we can check out. And y'all can go put some work in. Learn the roots. Learn your voodoo. Learn your Olmec history. Learn your African history if that's what you are. Whatever you are. Because you can be from anywhere on the planet. You can be from anywhere. But you have to open up those doors to truly know what energy to tap into and how it can be beneficial. Nobody can tell you this. No book can tell you who you are. No person can tell you who you are. You have to have the personal, first-hand experience. If you don't have a personal first-hand experience, everything else is just speculation. You need personal experience. How do you get the personal experience? That's why the devil breaks down the 7. You have to work with the devil. The devil gave you wisdom, not God. God put you in a fucking prison. God put you in the prison. The devil freed you from the prison. You see how that works? You see how that works? God put you in the prison. You can do whatever the fuck you want, just don't eat from that tree. Prison. The serpent said, eat from the fucking tree. What the fuck? Like, fuck that motherfucker. That motherfucker wants you to be ignorant. That's why Eve. It's not that the serpent was more intelligent than Eve. The serpent just spoke the truth, and Eve was receptive to it, and that's also why Adam ate the apple as well, because it was rooted in truth. But of course, the Bible, the devil manipulated. No, he told the truth. That's why she was receptive. That's why he was receptive. So it ain't that little Eve manipulated Adam or she put the pussy on him. No, it was truth. Like, yo, his soul and her soul was activated from the words of the serpent. It activated the soul. And because they became soulful beings, they were cast out of the garden to be humans and to evolve from that human state back to their divinity. Like, okay, you want to eat from the apple? Now I'm going to set you in hell so that you can evolve out of it. That's the real science. Hopefully that makes sense, right? Alcohol taps into spirits. Absolutely. Alcohol is called spirits. That's why alcohol is called spirits. All right. I'm feeling the connections to the orders of Lucifer. If you feel it, then do something with it. Don't just feel it, do something with it. Put that shit into action. Let me see, do I have this in my pocket? Give me 1 second. See if I got it. Let me see. Do I got it? Nah. I'm just gonna show y'all some other shit. Again, I got this stuff all over the house. Just all over the place. Let's see. Anyway, we ain't even gotta go there. What's the self-destructive way with using lust magic? What's the self-destructive way? Yeah, I already spoke about that yesterday, bro. I'm not sure why you even brought that up today. Now, I will do a part 2 for the lust magic, but that's only going to be for the members of the website. So I gave you the introduction, but if you want the advance, if you're not a part of the website, I'm going to do the part 2, and it will be in video form, because mainly I got about 70 articles on the website at this point. But now, I will, do like part 2s, all the things that I don't speak about publicly, then I will speak about there. So we're not going to be going into that any deeper unless you are a part of the website. So look out for that. For the members of the website, you look out for that. The next couple of days, I'll do a part 2. And of course, I'm going to keep dropping the articles as well. But again, just certain things I'm just not going to speak about publicly. Just for what? I already know motherfuckers is just too twisted. Like, if you feel like $5 a month is too much, then there's no reason for me to speak about it publicly either. You don't want to pay $5 to get that real shit, then that's on you. You figure it out on your own, which everybody can do. I'm just more so, the website is more so a shortcut so that you don't have to take years and years and years researching and finding this information. It's already there, and you piece it together. That's why I made it affordable, because I'm not trying to break anybody's pockets. I made it affordable. Everybody can afford $5 a month, even if you're a teenager. So there is no excuse. It's only that you don't want it. If you don't want it, then you don't want it, and that's a decision that you got to live with. And to each his own. We all are on our own path. It is what it is. All right. where we at with it. Again, everybody's, I'm not necessarily about to read through every single comment. Why are some of our names in blue? Again, I made you a moderator. Everybody who has a blue wrench is a moderator. I made all the people that's checking with me. You know what I mean? Leandro, Afro Pick, 305 Capricorn, Moon Spirit. You know, the people that I'm shouting out every video, I made you moderators. So just in case if you ever see a troll, block them. Because I can't do it. I can't block it. So I need a moderator. So if you are a moderator, you see some madness, get rid of it. So that's why I just, you know, we got the elites. So I got the shooters. So if you don't want to be called a moderator, I just made you guys shooters. So now you guys have guns and you can blow motherfuckers' heads off if they get out of line. That's all it is. It's just the warriors. It's the warrior class. Now, if you don't want to be a moderator, just let me know and I will remove you. So you are not obligated. So if you don't want it, just let me know. I will remove you. Just send me an email, asharenu. I don't want to be a moderator. I will remove you. No sweat. So if you don't want the responsibility, no problem. Just let me know. I'll take you off. Simple. All right. So yeah, definitely shout out to everybody who has signed up for the website, because y'all know, you know what's in there if you signed up. So you know that, you know what I mean, there's real shit in there. You ain't finding this information nowhere else on the internet. I guarantee it. This information is not nowhere else. But again, you can find it in books, but you got to read those books, which I encourage everybody to do anyway. It's just giving you a little shortcut to get you started. To get you started to what you need to be researching, where you need to be. That's all it is. No sweat. So again, unless anybody has any more questions, we get up out of here. Oh, you thought it meant you came in late? No. I just made you guys shooters. Alright? Okay, you want me to use an Afro pick? Okay, I'll do that. So no problem. I got you. I'll switch it over. No problem. So again, I just made you guys shooters. Again, it's now that we're talking real shit now. It's gonna, you know, people get emotional. So again, anybody get out of line, you kill them. Simple. Anybody gotta get out of line, blast them. Like, you know what I mean? We militant around here. You know what I mean? We not tolerating no disrespect. We're not tolerating no nonsense. So again, if anybody get out of place, you know what I mean, I'm giving you the right to blow their head off. And we'll never see him again. You know what I mean? There we go. So Jay Smith gave a $1.99 donation, super chat. I appreciate it, big homie. Salute to you. You know what I mean? Much love. All right, let's see. Oh, Ed. And if you are not a moderator, and you want to be a moderator, just send me an email, asha@asharenu.com. If you want to let me know what your username is, you want to be a moderator, you want to be a shooter, I'll make you a shooter. We can have as many shooters as y'all want, you know what I mean? Many shooters as we want, so just let me know. So we're going to get up out of here. You need to just test the weather. Where can we find the book? What book are you talking about? Jay Smith. What book are you talking about? Let me see. Yeah, I think I got everybody. But what book are you talking about? Before we check out. So, you know, again, I wasn't even supposed to do this video. Some shit, you know, I think about this stuff all the time. I just don't record it. This is just like my first time recording it, like when it's fresh on my mind. I'm like, let me get this out. I'm tired of holding this to myself. So that's all it is. But we're gonna make this shit happen. You know? So if you are in Phoenix, Arizona, or Los Angeles, send me an email, asharenu.com. If you are in Phoenix or Los Angeles, send me an email and send me your picture I'm not trying to meet up with people I don't know who you are. Send me an email with your picture so I can know who you are, so I can identify you. And then we can, you know what I mean, we can, you know, talk on the phone or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm not just about to meet motherfuckers. We gotta speak. Like, who the fuck are you? Let me know who you are. I need to see what you look like, and we got to have a conversation. Then, you know what I mean, I have to make sure that your mind is in the right place. Because again, you motherfuckers is weird. It's a lot of weirdos on some stupid ass shit. So if you sound decent on the phone, you know what I mean, we can set something up and make some shit happen. But other than that, you know what I mean, if you just, you know, you just want a picture or something, you just want to meet up, take a picture, just chop it up 5-10 minutes, I have no problem with that. But you know what I mean, I'm not gonna spend too much time just socializing, because that's not the purpose of me going there. I'm not coming to Phoenix to socialize. I'm not coming to Los Angeles to socialize. I'm coming to put in work, and if you want to be a part of that, you can. You know what I mean? And again, if you're not with it, you're not with it. No, you know what I mean? No pressure. But you know, I'm just letting it be known. This is why I travel. You know what I mean? Just let motherfuckers know I'm open. But you gotta be on the level as well. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. So I'm just letting y'all know everything that's going on. So most likely I may go to Los Angeles first. So you know what I mean, probably this weekend. Maybe even before that. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. But I definitely make the announcement when I'm out there. So definitely, if you want to connect Phoenix or LA, send me an email, asharenu.com, with your picture, leave your number, how I hit you up. Let me know what time to hit you up. I'll hit you up if we can have a decent conversation, and you know what I mean? We'll set it up. So other than that, you already know who the fuck it is. I thought you mentioned a book we needed. Now, what I said was, the purpose of my website is so that you don't have to sort through hundreds and hundreds of books just to find valuable information, because it's already been done for you. So instead of you having to spend a whole year reading through book after book after book after book after book, you just want the gold. So I pretty much shifted through all this endless information, extracted all the gold from it, and I put it on the website. So now you're getting the best of the best without having to go through all the madness. So that's why I say it's a shortcut. You know what I mean? Because I got Eastern philosophy in there. We got the Congo. You know, we got Orishas. We got the Wiccan. We got the Western occultism. We got everything. It's a mix of everything in there. So it ain't just one thing. It ain't just dark. It ain't just light. I got everything in there. So regardless of whatever path you're on, you will find something there that will be useful to you. And that's it's universal. It is a universal website. So that's the whole purpose. All right. I'm in Mesa. See, I don't know the cities. I've never been to Arizona, so I don't know the cities. I don't know how far that is from Phoenix. I wouldn't know. So again, like if you are in Phoenix, just send me an email. You know what I mean? If you are a person that you trying to travel to go to Phoenix and all that, again, this is why it's important that we have the conversation so I can know what's up. You know what I mean? Come to the East Coast. We're at the East Coast. We're in the East Coast. I was just in the East Coast earlier this year. I was just in DC earlier, you know? But of course I'm gonna come back. You know, I gotta hit New York again. I gotta hit NY again. Where else? I gotta hit DC again. Let me see. You know, I gotta hit Chicago. I definitely want to go to Chicago because motherfucker, like, yo, Chicago is a war zone. I definitely want to go to Chicago. You know what I mean? There's a lot of devilish shit going on in Chicago. You know what I mean? Let's see if I survive. You know, it's just real like that. Like, let's see if I can fucking survive there. But, you know, I'm willing to put that work in. And when you putting that work in, you know, you ain't got no fears. All right, let's go. Okay. Virginia? I've been in Richmond, Virginia. Virginia. So yeah, I've been to Virginia. I've been there. You know, I wasn't really there. I wasn't really there long enough to, you know, to really understand how things work. It was weird as fuck though. The energy was weird as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, it was weird. But I was just kind of in and out. So I didn't really like get to interact with the people and, you know, navigate through the streets like I did like in New York, you know, or LA. So again, trust me, I will be traveling around because this is what I do. This is what I do. I am here to not only just be on the YouTube screen, but actually look you in your fucking eye and let you know what the fucking deal is. And I don't know who else is doing that shit. Motherfucker, you gotta pay them or go to an event. I ain't doing no events. This is just a one-on-one or a group interaction. Motherfuckers who are alike in their mind. And I don't think it's too many people doing this shit, especially spiritual warriors. I may be the only one, but it is what it is, right? Because again, if I'm the only one, I'm the only one. So I'm willing to take that risk. Are you willing to take the risk? All right. Virginia is some serious spirits over there. That's probably why the energy was weird. I definitely interacted with a spirit. What's that? Yeah. Now that you mentioned it, you are absolutely right about that. You are absolutely right about that. I'm not going to mention the spirit here because I'm not going to. Yeah, I definitely interacted with a spirit, and the spirit revealed his name to me. You are. Now that I think about it, yeah, you are absolutely right about that. Afro pick. All right, where we at with it? Come to Florida? Oh yeah, sure. I haven't been to Florida yet, but why not? I'm willing. Again, this is what I desire. If y'all want to know. You know, it's good to travel. You know, I'm pretty sure everybody enjoys traveling. But my thing, like I'm doing it, you know, for a cause, you know. I'm not just trying to come to cities again, you know, just to come, oh, I'm in Florida, look at me. I want to let you know on what's going on in Florida or what's going on in Virginia, what's going on in Phoenix, what's going on in LA. I want to let people know how to move in their own city. This is how you survive in your city. This is how you work with the spirits in your city, because every city has a different spirit. It's different. You know what I mean? So what works for LA is not going to be what works for New York, and what works for New York is not going to be what works for Florida. What works for Florida is not going to be the same what works for Virginia, so on and so forth. Each city has their own unique personality, and once you start to move and groove with the personality of the city, then it starts to reveal things to you that you otherwise wouldn't be, you know, accustomed to. Like when I was in DC, it was a lot of devilish graffiti in DC. I never would have known that. I'm like, I wasn't expecting this. By police departments and shit, I'm seeing 666 underneath bridges and shit. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. That just brings a smile to my face. I'm seeing on anyway. All right. Yeah, spirits kick my ass in Virginia. Yeah, see, that's what Virginia is. Virginia is the spirits of like the slave revolts. I'm not gonna reveal the name of the spirit, but just know the spirits in Virginia. It's pretty much it's angry spirits that are angry. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of shit that went on in Virginia, especially during, you know, the slave times. So it's that the spirit of Virginia is very angry. It's a very aggressive spirit, a very fiery spirit. You know what I mean? I saw a ritual. Motherfuckers were doing rituals. They was burning fire in the middle of a circle type shit. But we ain't even got to get into that. But definitely the southern energy, especially Virginia. You know, with all that, well, that the energy of the slavery is still the southern energy is so thick. It's crazy. It's crazy. That southern energy is real thick because of what transpired there. With just so much ritualistic killings. Let's get into that before I check out. You know, for all my southern people, I'll let you know why that energy is so thick. Because when we were being hung off trees and burned alive those were ritualistic killings. So all that crazy shit you hear about slavery, motherfucking women getting a stomach cut open and a baby falling out and they smashing a baby, all that was ritualistic killings. They wasn't necessarily just doing that out of pleasure. That's how most people make it seem. Well, these are just savages. They just doing crazy shit. Not only was it to put fear in you, but it was ritualistic. They were pretty much making blood sacrifices to spirits in slavery. So whenever they killed a slave, that slave was a ritual or a blood sacrifice to a spirit that I will not mention. I know the name of these spirits, but I'm not going to mention it because again, this shit is crazy. So that's why the energy of the South is so thick, because it was sacrifices being made pretty much on a daily basis. And that's why the picnics were celebrated. When you see the images of people standing around the motherfucker hanging off the tree, that's why it was an event. When a motherfucker was getting hung, it was an event because it was a blood sacrifice. Not out of this pleasure, they don't got shit to do. It was a blood sacrifice. So once we understand spirituality, we can understand what the fuck is really going on, and we can understand that energy. We can tap into that aggressive spirit that's ready to kill shit. See those southern slave spirits is ready to kill shit. So if you're not with that warrior shit, there's no point of even tapping in. They ready to kill shit. But are you ready? Or do you really got the heart of a warrior? Is your heart really still? That's why I say, are you really ready to take life like that? Are you willing to make those blood sacrifices? Not to say that you have to, but if it came down to it, would you do it? Could you do it? Do you have enough heart? If a war broke out tomorrow, are you going to grab a gun, or are you going to get with your ancestors? What do you think is going to get you further? You're going to eventually run out of bullets, but you don't run out of spiritual, force. But you got to be tapped into your source. So, I know this is probably the deepest video ever, but whatever. It don't mean nothing if people don't take heed. I'm just one person. So, all right. Just subscribe to the site. Just need a Cash App to donate. My Cash App is in the link and all the descriptions of my video. So for anybody who want to make a donation, just check the Cash App. You can find that in the description box. All right. So no problem. And again, if you join the website, if you don't have access, send me an email and I will shoot you the link, because it's maybe about 1 or 2 people who has not completed the registration, but maybe they don't want to. Because as I said, you can just sign up for the website and just pay the $5 a month, and you don't ever have to do anything. You can just I'm just supporting the cause. I'll give you $5 a month. I can care less about the website. I just want to support you. And I'm cool with that. If you just want to support, $5. I don't have no problem with that. You can care less about the website. So it is what it is. However y'all want to do it. It's just for those who find this interesting, for those who, if it resonates with you, you know what I mean? Do what you got to do. But again, I said we still gonna come with the videos nonetheless, regardless. All right, where we at? So now it mental warfare, not physical. It's always been mental warfare. It's always been mental. You can't even go to war, physical war, without being prepared for it mentally, or you will lose. You got to be mentally prepared for war. This is what my videos are for. My videos are to mentally prepare you for warfare. To mentally prepare you. I'm not saying that it's going to be a war that breaks out. It may happen, it may not. But at the end of the day, you still have to connect with the energies to elevate your own being, regardless of what's going on outside of you. To protect yourself and shield yourself from white supremacy, so that you don't become a victim of the system. You want to stay out of jail. You want to stay off drugs because you see how it's destroying the people. Spirituality does that. It keeps you balanced. But not just any spirituality, your shit. Once you know who you are, where you come from, you tap into yours. What's flowing in your blood? That's why it works. It's already in the blood. So when you tap into your shit, that's already in the blood. You tap into your shit that's already in the blood. That's what makes it activate. It's already there. It just had to be awakened. It just had to be awakened. You know what I mean? So you already know. So we always, this is why I encourage everybody. You have to open up yourself to the dream world. Whatever spiritual question you want an answer to, this is what the dream realm is for. This is why I always mention dream yoga. Anybody who's trying to go deeper into their dreams, dream yoga is a whole philosophy of how to navigate in the dream world, how to get deeper into it, how to access it, what you can do. It's a whole philosophy. And of course, I may be the only person talking about it. Dream yoga. Dream yoga. All right. What's up, Brianna? Brianna is in the building. Even though we about to check out, you know. So again, anybody has any more questions, you ask me. We'll check out in about 5 minutes. So let me change the song. Let me change the music up before we check out. So I'm gonna give me about 10 seconds. So it's gonna log off. I'll log right back in. So give me about 10 seconds. I'm just gonna change the music. We back. We back. We back. All right, we back. We back. We back. We back. We back. So we're gonna vibe out.
Takes my hand, leads me to a victorious land. Down ladders that spiral, resemble the helical strands. The DNA of Jacob's ladder, or the pineal gland. Beyond Pluto, sort of heavy travel. I look at the nine like whoa, as we ascend into the divine abode. 3,680,000,000 miles away from the sun, divine clouds open up, my destiny comes. And with it is kings from off every planet. Trillions keep coming while the rest is sitting. We stood enchanted. I spoke first. I represent the planet Earth.
So also, last thing, for all the people that are into, let me turn this down. For all my people that are into ASMR. For all my people that's into ASMR, I'm going to be making a new channel. I'm going to make a new channel. I'm going to be putting up ASMR videos on that bitch. You know what I mean? I'm just expanding at this point. Again, I can do all this stuff. So I'm going to make it. I'll have the channel and the links in the description once everything is complete. You know, for those who want to, it's a tool to help you get into a deeper meditative state. So I'm going to be combining ASMR with the isochronic tones. So y'all already know I already do the isochronic tones. I already do the ASMR. I'm about to blend it together. I'm not going to really put it on this channel because it's not really for this. So I'll make a whole nother channel. So just something for those who are interested in that. And of course, I'm still doing the porn hub. You know what I mean? So for all my porn fanatics, you know what I mean? Y'all want to see some sexual tantra? That's definitely on the way as well. So definitely stay tuned. You know what I mean? We got a lot coming up. Like I said, we're working with these spirits, and these spirits is giving me all this energy, all this power. These spirits got me sober than a motherfucker. I ain't smoking or nothing. I'm sober than a motherfucker. It's crazy. I ain't been this sober in I can't remember how long. I was always with the spirit. Now I'm sober as fuck. So I got all this energy. I got all this Shango energy, right? I got all this sexual force, you know what I mean? I can take down 3 women right now, I guarantee it, and not bust a nut. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Where we at with it? Hold on. Let me show you. Let me show you. It's this motherfucker right here. This motherfucker right here. And again, I know most people don't even know what I'm showing, but some people do. So y'all know. For those who know, know. For those who don't know, you know, stay tuned. But anyway, Where we at with it? What's this song? This song is called Gallery of the Gods by Killer Priest. Gallery of the Gods by Killer Priest. You know this type of shit don't even get played. You never hear this on the radio. Alright. Jay Smith, you just signed up for the website? Yeah, I definitely got the notification. So what I'm gonna do, if you didn't already get an email to get the confirmation link, I will email you personally, which I'm going to do anyway. So even if you get the confirmation link, I'm going to email you personally just in case you didn't get the link. So you follow the link, you sign up, put your username, your password, and you're good to go. So I'm going to definitely email you personally if you didn't already receive a confirmation email. So I appreciate that, big homie. I appreciate everybody who's supporting us. And again, it's just a little. That's why it's only $5. I don't need crazy donations and all that. Just a little something. You know what I mean? Just to keep the energy flowing. Again, this is what's going to help me come in your city. This is what's going to help me, continue to spread the information. So again, if you respect what I'm doing, if you appreciate it, you know what I mean? I create the website, so not only do you just give me money, you're getting something in return. That's my whole thing. I'm not here to take nobody's money and not give it back. So you give the $5, now you got access to all types of information. So do you know what I mean? So it's the even exchange. So I'm not asking for nobody to give me anything and you don't get anything in return. So you will be getting a whole plethora of shit. So that's what it is. So I set it up that way so you can get something in return. So you don't have to just give me something just because I'm asking for it. Even exchange. Barter. You know what I mean? Anyway.
Hip-hop's been altered since the psychic world of Walter. Now it stands like the rock of Gibraltar. Hood footage, flying saucers, magi, rabbis.
I'm definitely more interested in your ASMR. Yeah. So for all the people, you don't want to hear me talking all this shit. You just want to get into a meditative state and get into your zone. I got you. You know what I mean? So definitely look out for that. So I'm gonna have some videos of, because some people make the visual ASMR, some people make the visuals, like doing all this stuff. You know what I mean? And some people do the audio ASMR with the sounds. So I'm gonna do a couple experiments. So I do a couple audio sounds, and I do a couple visuals. You know what I mean? Some people be getting a little tingles like that. But everybody's not in tune. Everybody, you gotta get a tune. So that's why I'm doing it. So for people who understand the ASMR, y'all already know. I don't have to explain it to you. Just look it up. If you don't know what ASMR is, it's a whole Wikipedia page. You can do your research. There's plenty of ASMR videos all over YouTube if you are not familiar with it. And if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. It's not for everybody. Some people think it's weird. You know what I mean? Everybody don't get the tingles. Everybody don't understand it. All up. So I'm gonna give a little something for everybody. So everybody will be satisfied. So you got the information on one hand, you got the ASMR, isoponic tones, you have the Pornhub, the Tantra, you know what I mean? We spread them up, Alright, where we at with? What's up, Tangela? Tangela's in the building. So yeah, definitely. Check me out on Instagram. I'm not putting, the only thing on my Instagram now is just me with my shirt off. You know what I mean? That's what's all I'm doing. I'm not even doing no more creative shit. It is me just showing my fucking ass and chest and my beard. You know what I mean? So if you ain't into that, then there's no need to follow me. It's getting real. I'm definitely getting into the lower self. I'm getting into my lower self. I've been on my high horse too long. And now I'm coming back. It's that southern, earthy, negative energy. And we transmuting that shit. You know what I mean? We taking the energy of the fucking slaves, transmuting that shit, and creating portals around this bitch. Sex magic in this motherfucker. But somebody got to show you how it's done. So it's not enough to talk about. Oh, sex magic, tantra. Let me demonstrate it. Let me show you how it's done. That's the whole point. And plus, Pornhub is signing those checks. Why not? So for anybody who's into that, again, all this is coming. So I would say by 2019, everything should be in order. So we got October, November, December. So yeah, within the next 90 days, there should be a whole lot of me in other places. Anyway. Love the energy. I love the energy too, man. You already know what it is. 305 Capricorn. You already know. You already know about that devilish shit. You know, Capricorn. You know, I got the tail deck right here. I just so happen to have a tail deck. So you already know Capricorn is that devil card. Let me show you, just in case you don't know. Let me show you that Capricorn energy. So for those who think I'm just talking, let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me give you a visual. Let me give you a visual before we check out. You know, I was supposed to check out 30 minutes ago, right? You know, I always like kicking it. Here we go. Here we go. Hold on, let me put the color on. That's not enough. That's not enough. Hold on. Let me put the color on. Oh shit, look at that, it's color. Look at this. That's that Capricorn shit. Alright? See, the devil. You see the Capricorn symbol? Right there. No, that's the Hebrew letter. See the Capricorn symbol right here? Capricorn. You see the goat with the third eye? There you go. That's what we on. Of course, see the balls and the dick. Right? You see the dick and balls being penetrated by the rings of Saturn. You see the goat has a spiral, which represents sexual energy. You see this pretty much looks like fucking cum. This looks like cum. And you, of course, you see the people in the... Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. That's real shit, man. Real shit. Yeah, so you're in color now. We're live in effect now. You want to check where we at with it?
The sun is savior. Mars is 142 million miles away from the sun. Worlds in the past.
All right. So we check out. We check out. I appreciate it. You're new here, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon. Shout out to you. So if you're new here, it's a lot of information. It's almost 400 videos, so it may take you months to get through all this information. It may take you months. So enjoy, though. Enjoy. You know what I mean? It's gonna be. It's dark magic, light magic, white magic. I got everything. Eastern philosophy, Western philosophy, African Congo. Everything is here. So enjoy your time here. Enjoy your time here at Cashapp Sun. Where do you start? Watch my playlist. It all depends. I got a playlist that's all about dark magic. I got a playlist that's all about the Aquarian age. It all really depends on where you want to start. So look at my playlist. So for anybody who's new, for anybody who don't want to shift through 400 videos, go to the playlist and pick the playlist that resonates with you and get it in. So watch. That's why I organize all the videos into playlists. Make it easy for you, right? I'm just giving you all the shortcuts, right? So you ain't got to shift through information that you're not interested in. Just go to the playlist and watch what resonates with you. All right, where we at? What's up, back from hiatus? Back from hiatus in the building. You know, I'm just giving y'all some good hip hop. I'm not even really talking about shit no more. I'm just giving y'all some good hip hop. Let me finger the third eye. I don't know why men don't do this to your women. So for all my men, you gotta stimulate your woman's third eye. You know what I mean? With the Saturn finger. You know what I mean? That finger. Remember, all the fingertips have portals, many chakras. You got a mini chakra in the palm. Each fingertip is a mini chakra. So when you're doing this is opening up portals. And it feels pretty good too. You know what I mean? Like I said, it be all my dog lovers and cat lovers. Y'all be fucking with the pets. Y'all be fucking with the skulls. You know what I mean? This is what I do. with my perverted ass mind. This is what I be doing, my perverted mind.
The mothership land. Those
Yeah,
from heaven to earth, they came. Let us make
what else we got?
The NASA representative speaks to the press in Missouri. Footage recorded in Stone Lake Laboratories. NASA representative speaks to the press of Missouri. Footage recorded in Stone Lake Laboratories. Metaphysics students kicked out of class. Peeping into
that's what I'm doing on this.
He's only 18 years old. The astroplane that falls asleep and dreams of black holes. Melchizedek on the
we really getting it in.
Watching my
What else we got over here?
with OCD.
I'm showing y'all, you know, I showed y'all my ultra before. I'm just showing y'all close up. Where we at? Where is this other thing? We got the seashells. We got some seashells
with the priests and their warrant.
to bring in that water energy.
After the war,
Right.
it was silence. The older kings,
What else we got?
blood rivalries, and belief
We
hit
got
the
the
streets. The prince is dead.
pretty much,
The
you know,
priest
you put
convinced it
all
was
your
the
chemicals
plagues.
in here.
The
You
sky
know,
was
all your
dark
roots.
blue, bleeding into
You know, I
purple.
got some tobacco in here. Got some marijuana in here. Got a couple herbs in there. You know, we got some alchemy going on in there. Of course, we got the owl.
The man from God's country has a power glove. I can feel the emotions in the
Top hat. Y'all know, you know, Baron Somni, the energy of Saturn.
NASA representative speaks
And of
to
course,
the
we got
press
the dog,
in Missouri.
representing
Footage recorded
Sirius.
in Stone
Sirius
Lake
the dog
Laboratories.
star.
NASA representative
Also with the
speaks
top
to the
hat.
press of Missouri. Footage
You know,
recorded in
it's
Stone
motherfuckers,
Lake
you know.
Laboratories.
You may not see things like that on an everyday basis, but of course, we got some candles. What else we got?
Sumerian gods.
We got a little mini skull.
Sumerian gods was
This little got a little key skull.
Abraham, Ishmael, Isaac.
For those who don't know what the skull means, the skull means skill.
In hell.
So that's why whenever you see the skull, it means skill.
Skin and nail, now discover stem cell.
What else we
Look
got?
up, now discover
I'll get the
chemtrails.
point.
Right above, haystack bar.
Where we at with it? Where we at?
Travel foreign countries where they bury mummies, where monks be. Travel to Istanbul, to the castles of Hungary.
I
Studying
used
my
to see
chakras,
skeletons in
drinking
my dreams.
ayahuasca, gave me psychic thoughts. My spirit got
You know what it
morphed
means.
to a jaguar.
You see
My
skulls.
brakes took off like Nassau. Ran around the jungles fast as NASCAR. Talking with the faces of the Egyptian cat
That's what I'm saying. See,
Showing
as a,
holes in
you
the
know,
sky.
I guess you can, as a woman, you can do this for your man too.
Card
Just
shows
be
the
doing this shit.
avatar. Meet the priest named Drakkar. From
Yeah, just put your hand all on their face and shit. Motherfuckers be thinking, oh, this is kind of weird. Trust me, if you do this to your partner the right way, it's just like ASMR. The difference is the difference between something triggering you and not triggering you. It's the way you do it. See this? Hold on, let me give y'all an example of what I'm talking about. Let me pause this music. Give me 1 second. Turn, okay. See the difference between ASMR and not triggering ASMR. So for example, I can do this, right? This is just a regular sound. Nothing special. Nothing special about this. However, when I do it a little slower, when you slow that shit down, it does different things. So it probably, you know, I would have to use a microphone for the ASMR, so it probably is not going to trigger you through this video. I'm just giving you an example where something normal like this is just some blunt rollers. Blunt rollers? No, it's not. This is a cigarello. Yeah, cigarellos, right? I was supposed to buy some herb, and I bought some cigarellos, and I changed my mind. I'm like, oh, let me fast on the herb for a minute. So again, the difference between this regular sound that does nothing, you slow it down, it starts to have a different effect on you. Just like when I do this, if I was just doing all this, if you just was rubbing somebody's face like this, it does nothing. However, you start doing it like this. This is different. Right? And this is a little different. This will start triggering some shit. Like, oh, you do it the right way. Rub somebody the right way, it start activating shit, right? Shit starts activating. You do it the right way. Right? You know how people be rubbing their caps and shit all sexy? They be rubbing their caps all sexy. You know what I mean? Stimulate the third eye. So that's the difference. Like, I'm just giving examples. Probably again, if you're not familiar with ASMR, it probably makes no fucking sense. But you know, you will be familiar once I put it out. All right. Yeah, much love, Jay Smith. Looks like third eye sex. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. But motherfuckers don't like, yo, really? Portal. The third eye is a portal. Your fingertips are portals. So two portals coming together will create synergy. And that synergy can be amplified. Right? You start rubbing that third eye, right? You know what I mean? That can lead to more things. Right? Let me see. Can y'all hear that? I don't know if y'all can hear that. That's the difference. Anyway. Yeah, back from hiatus, definitely, you know, pulling tarot cards every day is definitely an effective way to not only learn the tarot, but to understand how these energies play out in real time. All the energies of the tarot play out in real time. So when you see the visual aspects of the tarot, it's just a picture of a real living entity or spirit that can be interacted with in real time. See, most people don't even take it off the cards. You start on the cards, but you evolve beyond it and you see these energies playing out in real time. You study them in a pictorial form, but then you can notice them in real time. So the card of Aries, for example, which is the Emperor, you can really tap into the energy of Aries in real time. You start off studying Aries from the card, and you take it off the card, and you work with Aries in real time. Excuse me. So you start with the cards, but you don't end with the cards. You end with knowing how to utilize these energies in real time. All right. Real quick, my hands keep getting cut. I heard it's a part of initiation. Is that true? About the third time I got cut. Let me see. I don't know if y'all can see that. Probably not, but it's a cut right here. But it is what it is. Yeah, like if you be accidentally cutting yourself and shit, use the blood. Use the blood. So that way you can turn an unfortunate situation. Fuck, I cut myself, goddamn. Trying to get some tissues, some napkins, trying to alcohol peroxide. No, utilize that blood. Put the blood on the sigil and activate it. Remember, blood is the most powerful energy there is. Really. That's why it's called the blood sacrifice. There's energy in the blood. So if you just so happen to cut yourself and you bleeding, put it into some type of magic. Put that shit on a paper, create a seal out of the blood. Oh, that's a little bit too much, right? You know what I mean? Imagine this being painted out of blood and how powerful that will be. Dun dun dun. Just giving you some examples. You can turn a misfortunate situation to a fortunate situation and actually benefit from accidentals. Cut. But this is just the way my mind works, you know? Try it out for yourself, see what happens, you know? But that should be all magic. Unfortunate situations turn into fortunate situations, all depending on how you choose to perceive it. No situation is negative or positive. It's all about how you see it. Life is what you make it, as they say, right? If life is what you make it, what is it that you are creating mentally? Everything starts within, right? It's not even about what you are thinking about other people. It's what you think about yourself. It's that self-talk. What conversations are you having with yourself? Are you your own best friend or worst enemy? You know what I mean? That's the difference. Because you can talk yourself into some pussy and talk yourself out of some pussy. Talk yourself into some dick, talk yourself out of some dick, all depending on how the relationship you have with yourself. That's the solar plexus, the self-talk. You want to have more positive self-talk. solar plexus. Tap into those adrenaline glands. Again, watch my video on the lust magic. I talked about the adrenaline glands. And of course, join the Facebook group. Because, you know what I mean, I'll be breaking down various spirits from all over the world. So if you are interested in the breakdown of spirits and how you can utilize them, all that, you know, from the Hindu spirits, the Orishas and all that, join the Facebook group. So I'm going to be, right now I'm breaking down the Hindu spirits. You know what I mean? And I'm just going to go from tradition to tradition. You know what I mean? So if you are interested in those things, that's going down in the Facebook group, the Prismatic Hegemony. You know, for all my people that's into that. So, you know, I know I'm getting real intimate with this call, but this is the type of relationship you must develop with your tools. Remember, this is open, so I can put stuff in here. So this can be a representation of a deity. It all depends on how you work. This could be a regular skull that serves no purpose, or this can be a spiritual tool, all depending on what you choose to do with it. And that goes for anything. That goes for this. Oh, this is just something, this is just decoration. It can be. Or this can be a representation of a deity. Right? It all depends on what you want to do. It all depends. This can be seashells. Oh, that's a good sound. Right. If you hear that, okay, yeah, this is a good sound. See, the difference between this just being regular, ASMR, it'd be more so like that. Again, this is not a good example right now. Like I said, I would use a microphone. Again, this probably makes no sense if you're not into it. But just imagine hearing this as being in meditation. Like, close your eyes right now. For everybody watching, just close your eyes and just listen to the sounds of the seashell. Let me actually think about this one. You know what I mean? I'll be on my shaman shit. You know what I mean? That's what I consider myself, a shaman. This is what shamans do. It's healing through sound, sound therapy. That's what ASMR is, sound therapy. Anyway, I'll get the point. That you see, that shit can put you in a trance state. You close your eyes and just be listening to this. That will put you in a trance state. It'll allow you to go, it'll allow you to travel, right? Anyway, maybe a little. This video got a lot of shit in it, right? I don't even remember the title of the video. Anyway, okay. Yeah, you can definitely put some of that in a ritual. You should do a special video on Halloween, amplifying that energy. We still got about 30 days. We got about 30 days. So, we got a little time before the Halloween energy come in. But it definitely is the energy of death. Halloween, definitely. The fall time is the energy of death. Everything, nature starts to go into its death state. So winter is death, but fall things begin to die, but winter is death. You know, so now that we are in fall and things are beginning to die, the energy of death is coming in instead of being stagnant. You know, the winter solstice is basically the darkest energy, but the fall is like the introduction. So it's like you still got the solar energy, but now it's going into the lunar energy. So it's like an in-between. So that's what Halloween represents for those who don't know. It represents the thinning of the veils. We're going into the dark side of the year. Because we're going into the dark side of the year, the veils are thin. The veils between the spirit world and the physical world is at its thinnest during Halloween, right? That's why November 1st and November 2nd is the Day of the Dead. It's a celebration for, you know, spirits like Bear Insomnia, and for those who even understand that. So that's what that is. That's what that is. So I know the information is all over the place, but y'all already know how we get down. So this is what I do. You know what I mean? I'll be rubbing the whole face. I'll be rubbing the whole face. You know, just have a girl sitting on your lap. Hey, come sit down. Rub the whole face. Rub the whole face, back of the head, up the neck, all that. You know? Anyway. Do I work with residuals? Absolutely. I saw a dentist office who went in with 20 forks before doing anything. Yep. Sound therapy. I feel more alive when we get into this time of year. Well, yeah, you know, by you being a Capricorn, you were born in the dark side of the year. So yeah, this is your time. You know, so you're absolutely right about that. If you were born, you know, in this time, you're naturally attuned to this. So I was born in the fall. So that's probably why my energy is just so crazy right now. That's why, you know, I'm talking about Pornhub and shit. It's supposed to be a spiritual channel. But, you know, Tantra is very spiritual, right? So that's why I'm going into all this. This is my time. Like, I'm the most alive around this time as well. So shout out to all my people that were born in the dark side of the year, you know. But, you know, we tend to be more susceptible to earthly pleasures. So definitely watch out for that. You know, don't get too caught up in like the drugs and the sensual pleasure. You know what I mean? Definitely maintain self-control at all times. You know? But enjoy yourself nonetheless. I'm definitely like, next video is gonna be like, I'm probably gonna be doing this. Like as I'm speaking, I'm talking the same stuff, but like, you know, I'm like, how many people can pay attention when I'm just doing this? How many people can pay attention? I'm gonna do a little test. I'm gonna be talking the same shit, but penetrating the eyes of this skull. The sexual innuendo is powerful. Like motherfuckers wouldn't even be able to pay attention. Like, oh look, like what is with this sexual innuendo? That's the power. The power is somebody can be right before you speaking the most spectacular information on the planet. But let a beautiful woman walk past. You know? Let a titty be show or something. It's crazy, right? Throw the whole energy off. Let a woman walk past and her breasts fall out. Motherfucker will not remember what we just said. Anyway, we just fucking around. All right. Your Lilith is in Scorpio. God damn. Wow. Your Lilith is in Scorpio. You probably are a fucking hardcore freak. Lilith in Scorpio, gosh. See, that type of motherfucker, that's a motherfucker that did have sex in the cemeteries. Yeah, let's have sex in the cemetery. And then a freshly, what do they call a freshly dug up grave? Like for example, before they put the body in the ground, you know, they dig the grave up. That Lilith and Scorpio, yeah, let's jump in that grave. You know what I mean? Leave our sexual fluids in the fucking ground and shit and fucking work this sex magic. Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. This is that type of shit. That is take your mind to the spirit realm. You know what I mean? Because you're doing some crazy shit now. So your mind is just, you freeing your mind when you do that. So shout out to all my Lilith and Scorpio people. I know you motherfuckers. You know, Scorpio is about the energy of death. That's why I brought up the cemetery. So it's a whole different ball game. Most people is not ready for that, the power of that, trust me. Anyway, where we at with it? Can you give an example of a sigil that's been effective? Well, that's what I talked about. You probably wasn't, yeah, you did come in late as fuck. Back from hiatus. We was already an hour in. I did give an example, but why not? I'll give a different example. Let me see. Like for example, this helps people get their exes back. For people who, you know, are still in love with their ex and all that. Motherfucker, you work this. Motherfucker ex come back to you. It's like a domination spell. See, everybody ain't built, you know, to really handle this type of energy. Like, this is heavy energy. This ain't no lighthearted. This ain't no love and light. This ain't white magic. This is the darkest shit on the planet. What else we got? Let me see. Like, for example, this. Every time I've had this, not this particular sigil, but every time I work with this, it's like I have a transformation in my consciousness. Like, for example, when I lost my phone, when I went to Los Angeles the last time, earlier this year, I was working with her, and I lost my phone. That's when I lost my phone. Now, you can say, well, that's an unfortunate situation to lose your phone, which it was at the time. But then I realized, I came to a realization, let the plane pass. I came to the realization that I needed to lose my phone because there was just so much information on my phone that I couldn't do anything with it. You know, like your phone runs out of space. I literally had no more space on my phone. I couldn't receive voicemails. I just had so much on my phone, and it's like it was just holding me back. And I would just kept putting it off. Like, yeah, I gotta update the phone. I just kept putting it off. So when I was working with her, she basically was like, yo, fuck that phone. Then I replaced it. Now this phone has a better camera than my previous phone, and I got all this space. So basically, she was like, instead of you taking all day to get to it, fuck that phone. Now you're forced to renew. You know, what you're doing, you got to renew a phone now. Now you got a clean slate. So that's just an example of an unfortunate situation being turned into a fortunate situation. Yeah, I lost a lot of pictures and all that, but all those things could be replaced. But just me pushing that off, it was just time for me to release that energy. It's like it was a spirit on the phone. You know what I mean? It was a spirit, and it was just holding me back. So like, yo, get that out of here. Then, also, this is when I lost my wallet. Also, when I was working with her, I lost my wallet that had my ID in there. And they're like, damn, that's an unfortunate situation. However, I was not the same person I was in that ID. I had took that picture like back in 2012. I'm like, I'm not even the same person. I don't know who that is in the picture. So she initially like, yo, you are not that person in the picture anymore. It's time for you to renew your history. You need to renew. It's time to move on. Like you are not who, like you are not that person no longer exists for real. Yeah, it's a picture of a person, but that's not you anymore. Time to renew it. So that's what I'm talking about. So it's unfortunate, but it's like, yo, it needed to happen. It's like, yo, because we're carrying around like these things, like, you know, a phone you can't do nothing with. You got an ID. You're not even a person. You don't even resonate with what the fuck you was doing at that time. So like, yo, it's time for you to renew the energy. Like, you're doing too much. Like, this is why it's so much confusion, because like you walking around with these energies that you no longer resonate with. You know, so a misfortunate situation to turn into like, it's just something that needed to be done, and sometimes you just need a kick in the ass. You know, sometimes we take forever to get the most basic shit done. Sometimes you need a kick in the ass. So that's what she's for. Like, whatever you need to get done, you need a kick in the ass. She does that. Like, yo, get it done. Fuck that. You don't need that. That energy is holding you back. Because I was working with a lot of different spirits at that time. So I'll tell you this. Because I was working with like maybe 3 traditions. Like, I was working with the Goetia, you know, I was working with the Palo, and I was working with, you know, I was just combining a lot of stuff together. And some of those energies were disagreeable. They were not blended together real well. And it was really holding me back, although I didn't know it. Until I'm like, yo, I probably was working with too much stuff at one time. And she was like, yo, it's, because she was the most powerful. She was like, yo, get that out of here. You working with all this weak ass shit. You don't need it. You don't need all this weak. Just work with the power. Wherever the power, work with the power. You work with this weak shit, it ain't doing, it's draining you, honestly. Because they need your energy more than you need theirs, type shit. They're draining you. Like, yo, you gotta get this, fuck all that. You know what I mean? Work with the power. Fuck, you know what I mean? So this is just giving examples of, It may be misfortunate situations, but it's things that needed to happen for you to evolve. So that's what it is. So hopefully y'all understand that. Exactly. I'm Lilith and Scorpio. I'm hooked up with a chick that was into scores too. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, those Lilith and Scorpios, freaks. If it's Scorpio in anybody's chart, if it's anywhere in your chart, you know that's your sexuality will be expressed in that way. Say, for example, if you if your Mercury is in Scorpio, that means you communicate sexual innuendos. Like, the way you communicate is very sexual. Or you are very good at communicating sexually, like having phone sex. You can say like phone sex. You're very good at, turning people on with your voice. The way you communicate, it can be very intoxicating. Or let's just say your Venus is in Scorpio, and the Venus is all about, partnerships and relationships. The Venus being in Scorpio is like somebody who likes to, they like to be close to this energy. They like, they very possessive. They will be very possessive of their partner. But some people like that. Some people want to be with possessive people. They want to be grabbed. They want to be walking hand to hand. They like being aggressive. They just like, owning a person. So I'm not saying like it is what it is, because people are into some weird shit, so I don't judge. Some people like being manhandled and shit. Like some women like that rough, aggressive shit. Some women don't. So the Venus in Scorpio makes you very possessive of your partner and all that. But that's, for people who want that, that makes certain people feel loved. So to each his own. So wherever Scorpio is, it's some freaky shit going on. I'm just letting you know, for those who may not know. All right. You keep seeing the letter X in the sky. Well, X represents the unknown. So if you see an X in the sky, it means you need to explore further. What's beyond the sky? Is it outer space? Have we ever been outer space? Or is it the stars? Because, on the flat earth theory, you have the earth and you have the stars. There is no, the stars are like trillions of miles away. It's like, no, the stars are like closer than we think. The sun is closer than we think. It just all depends on where your mind is, It all depends on where your mind is. But the X represents unknown, so it's exploration of the unknown. So if you see it in the sky, it may be a signal to astral travel. It may be a signal to sun gaze. It may be a signal to moon gaze. We just had the full moon, you know what I mean? It may be a signal to moon gaze. It just all depends on what it means to you and what resonates with you, It all depends. Where we at with it? Any information on working with Kitesh? I have no idea who that is. Kitesh? I've never heard of that. All right. Exactly. I'm Aries, Moon, Scorpio, Mars. My ex was Scorpio, Moon, Aries, Sun. That shit was so crazy. There it is. So that's why I said in yesterday's video about the lust magic, it's all about what do you want to bring out of yourself. Some people are freaks, but they need somebody else to help bring it out of them. They need somebody to do some freaky shit. Like, yo, let's try some shit you ain't did before. Then they end up liking this shit. Then now they want to try more shit. But that's what they need. They need to explore sexually. Some people, again, very aggressive, but some people like that shit. You know what I mean? So it just all depends. Some people like, softness. Some people like hardness. Some people like rough sex. Some people like intimate sex. It all depends. It all depends. That's why it's all on you. Like, what do you want to do? If you want to be aggressive, then you have to be compatible with somebody who resonates with that. But in order for you to attract somebody who's on that level, you have to be willing to show that side of yourself. A lot of people are afraid to show certain aspects of themselves due to them being afraid of how the other person will react. So you have to be brave enough to express and show that part of yourself so that the other person can reciprocate that energy, and so that it creates a current, and that current can Start going faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. And you manifest sound into matter, sex matter. Anyway. Exactly. You know, Scorpio's all about death, you know? So if you're dealing with a Scorpio, they will cause you to die spiritually. You know, you may go into a relationship one way, then when the relationship is over, you a completely different person. Like, damn, this relationship has changed who I am as a person. But that's just the Scorpio energy. It changes you. It's the energy of transformation. It's going to constantly be changing you. You know what I mean? That may be a little bit too deep for a lot of people. A lot of people like to be lighthearted. Some people just like being in lighthearted relationships where all they do is fuck and drink and smoke and all that. And some people like to be deeply rooted in shit. It just all depends. To each his own. Yeah, Pluto is ruled by Scorpio. You know, so... And you know, Pluto is like Hades, the underworld. So Pluto and Scorpio is like the underworld meets death. Well, how does that work out? The underworld is representing, you know, everything that's going on in the back, dark chambers of your mind. Scorpio is the energy that will bring that energy out from the dark corners of your mind. So Pluto and Scorpio helps you bring out those aspects of yourself that are mainly hidden. For example, so you may be into sex magic, but you may not be comfortable expressing that to your partner. But Pluto and Scorpio says, if the relationship is worth anything, I should be honest. So you be tell your partner, hey, you know what? I like being choked. And I like my hair being pulled. Like, I want you to pull my hair and choke me while you fuck me from the back and slap my ass. And I want you to do it very, very hard. Don't kill me. But, you know, bring me to about an inch of my life, I'll be okay. You know what I mean? As long as you give me an inch. Don't kill me, but then if the person, they're not ready for that, just imagine as a man, like, your woman is telling you, like, yo, be aggressive with me. I want you to dominate me. If the dude is soft, you're like, yo, I want to be intimate. And she moves on. That's just how this shit goes. It is what it is. So you gotta be willing to satisfy not only your hunger, but your partner's hunger, whoever that motherfucker may be. This is how relationships evolve, because people are not afraid to be who they are and experiment with each other and to find out new avenues and new portals. And you know what I mean? You may like, yo, let's fuck on the beach at the full moon. It's just a fun thing to y'all, but that shit end up turning into some other shit. Like, yo, y'all was doing some magical shit and you know, y'all end up fucking having a vision while fucking on the beach or some shit that helps you understand yourself. Like, oh shit, I was fucking and I started seeing visions of a leprechaun. That motherfucker was speaking to me and he was like, yo, say this, say this, say this. What? I said it. And when I said it, anyway, motherfuckers ain't on that shit. Sometimes I gotta stop myself. I'll be going in. See, my mind is already in this plane. Just being a Scorpio, my mind stays here. I just have to get in front of the camera for 2 hours. But when I turn the camera off, my mind is still in this realm. So I'm just sharing a little aspect with y'all for the time being. Yeah, definitely. You know, consensual. It gotta be consensual. But you know, that's just how I am. Just me being a Scorpio is like, it's... Like for example, like every relationship, I'm not even gonna say every relationship, but most of the relationships I've been in completely changed me. Like the person I was going into it is not the person I was going out of it. Like, but I will say this. It's some very twisted shit. It's twisted. But that's just the way it is. What do I mean by that? It's like you can be involved with a person, and it's like y'all get so close and intertwined where little shit hurts you. Little shit hurts you. You know what I mean? Like a person knows how to push your buttons, and now they purposely push your buttons just to get you riled up. Now y'all both riled up. Then that shit turns into sexual intimacy. Now the sex is fucking amazing. And they're like, oh, that's what I wanted. I just wanted you to fucking dominate me. But that only happened, like, I had to get you riled up. Cause, you know, you be chill. You know, I be chill. But then once I get riled up, you know, the warrior spirit comes out. Whole different person. Like, they like, yeah, I want that warrior spirit. It wasn't until I had to go through that to understand. Because I would hold that part of me back. I'm like, yo, women can't handle that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I want to take you to the fucking graveyard and motherfucking flip you over side and do all... Anyway. But they're like, yo, you need that. Mind of a Scorpio. So, y'all get the point. Alright? So all this sexual innuendos in my videos is Scorpio energy. That's all it is. Right? That's all it is. But I'm definitely gonna do this. I'm definitely gonna try next video. I'm gonna be saying what I'm saying. But then it's like I'm gonna be purposely distracting people just to see who can keep their mind focused on what's being said. And I don't think too many people can, because this is just, who don't want to see this, right? Who don't want to see that, right? I could be speaking the most spectacular. That shit is crazy, right? Even though it's like, yo, this the penetrating effect. You know what I mean? Like, it's how can you not look at it? Like, oh shit, what the fuck? All in the mouth, look. And I put my whole hand, look, I got four hands in this. Anyway. Sexual frustration is a serious disease, yeah. That's why I express it. I'm doing all this just to encourage everybody, hopefully, for everybody who's in a relationship, you know, definitely, hopefully this video encourages you to explore your intimacy with your partner. If you are single, you know, be more open with who you are. And that's how you draw the right people to you. You know what I mean? There's no need to put on fronts. Like a lot of people put on fronts. They try to put their best foot forward. I never put my best foot forward. As you see, my shirt is fucking open. My best foot, I could have had this button up, had the hair all cut, shaved. Like, I wasn't supposed to do a video. You know what I mean? Y'all know I can be all dolled up, as they say, looking all sexy and shit. I'm like, no, I'm fucking, you know what I mean? I got all type of crazy stuff going on. I'm like, no, I could have been like, let me heal up. Let me get right before I get on camera. I'm like, nah. I ain't putting my best foot forward. I'm putting my hand. This is what I'm doing. You know, waking up to people. Waking up to like a person's bad breath. But you still love the person, right? Anyway. I don't know, this is highly distractive, right? This is super distractive. But it's doing something to the subconscious mind. You know what I mean? Hopefully you turn on some Pornhub after this video and, you know, rock your world for all the people that's into that. You know what I mean? There's some real strange, weird shit, you know, in the underworld. That's just the way the mind is. You know, most people's minds are perverted. But so what? Mm-hmm. Be open with your perversions. Be open with your perversions. There we go. All right. Did you just put your whole thing in the skull's eyes? Yeah, I did. What's up, Psychosexual? Psychosexual's in the building. I ain't seen you in a minute. What's up, Psychosexual? But yeah, I put my whole fucking hand. Look at this. I know imagine me talking. I can't even be serious. Imagine me talking, doing this shit. You know what I mean? Like, who would take this seriously, right? This is why I got the serious stuff out the way. The first half of this video was serious. Now we just playing. Just to let y'all know, I don't keep this shit on my heart. I'm not walking around mad at the world because of the way the world is. I'm not, you know what I mean? You see, I can talk serious. Then we can, you know what I mean? We can start doing this. I mean, I try to keep my heart as light as a feather. So even though I be feeling some type of way, I express it. I got it off my chest. You know, now we can get to the more serious stuff, right? But yeah, I put my, you know what I mean, put my whole hand. But this is what we gotta do with our partners, you know what I mean? Anyway. Definitely sexual transmutation. What's my thought on fetishes? Trying to figure out where a foot fetish of mine came from. Fetishes basically are trigger points. In other words, your fetishes can take you to the spirit plane. So let's just say you have a fetish. You like getting your fucking ass ate out. Some people like, oh, that's gay shit. But then other people like, no, I just need a woman to, that just takes me to a level. You know what I mean? Like that's what it's for. Fetishes take you to a level that you probably wouldn't be able to get to just having regular sex. You need to be having regular sex. You may need a fucking figure in your ass or something. If that's what turns you on. Everybody has something weird that does something. They don't even know, like, yo, you may like your fucking armpit licked. Go to fucking Pornhub and type in armpit licking. This motherfucker's doing that shit because some people are into that. That just takes them to the spirit plane. Like, yo, I like getting my armpit licked. That shit just, I be smoking my shit. I be out with my girl. I be having my arm up. My girl be licking my shit. I be smoking up. I be communicating with spirits and all that shit. If that is what needs to happen for you to tap in, so be it. But that's what fetishes are. It helps you tap into the spirit plane. That's why we have them. And everybody got some weird shit that they like. Everybody got some weird. Everybody is perverse in their own way. Everybody got some weird shit that you would never even think, like, yo, you into that? It is what it is. So express your fetishes. Be open with them. It is what it is. Be comfortable with them, because it definitely will help you tap into the spirit plane, right? So some people fetishes may be, they like fingers in their mouth. They like getting their mouth fucked with fingers, right? That takes them to the spirit plane. They go harder. Oh, I'm gonna have an orgasm. If that's what happens, that's what happens. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Motherfucker may not even be able to bust a nut without fingers in their mouth. It just does something to their mind for whatever reason. It is what it is. So if this what you need to tap in spiritually, to help you elevate your sexuality, that helps you to be more expressive, so fucking be it. Hold on. You know, it's always people around listening to this shit. I could only imagine how this sounds. I could only imagine how this sounds for everybody else. I know you know what I mean? I'd be looking too. I would be listening to this shit too. If I wasn't speaking it, I'd be listening to this shit. Anyway. Exactly. Definitely explore your woman's fetishes and your man's fetishes. For all my people in relationships, definitely ask your partner and be open. What turns you on? What's your fetish? Oh, you like that? And be willing to do it. Like, oh, like they meant like, oh, I like my fucking asshole kiss. Like, I ain't kissing no ass. All right, motherfucker. Let's see how far that gets you. When like just tell your woman, go hop in the shower, make sure everything is clean, shaven, smelling good, looking good. Handle your business. You know what I mean? Stop being pussy. You know what I mean? Trust me, like, if you can turn a person on, they will like anything. if you hit those fetish points, you know what I mean? You can be doing this. This is still turning them on. Finding new fetishes. Like, oh, they may like they motherfucking eyeballs rubbed and shit. Like, yeah, rub my eyeballs. Like, oh, you want me to go deeper? Okay, let's see how. Oh, yeah, that's what you like? Oh, you like when I twist it? Oh, you want me to do the? Oh, okay, you like me to? Oh, you want me to go out and twist? Oh, okay, that's what. Oh, do you see that twist motion? You see that twist? Look at it, like, oh, that's what they like. No, do the other side. Do the other side. Oh, they like the twisting motion right there. That's what they like. They like that twisting. Oh, that's their spot. That's their spot. Oh, they feeling it now. Oh, you see, oh, they want it in now. Like, oh, orgasm. 60 seconds. There you go. Hey, what's up, 47 the Cult Light? Oh yeah, we just fucking around. The first half of the video was serious, trust me. The first half of the video was more serious, but now we just fucking around. Let's do the spray. Purify this area. Anyway. Y'all know how we do it. But yeah, who else is this real, right? Who else is going? Anyway. You see, we can be serious, it's not serious at the same time. Alright. Oh no, this is fun, yeah. We just fucking around. I know that the video is kind of crazy. I didn't want to leave off on that note. That's all. I don't want to leave off, with the pressure. I'm like, yeah, get your shit together. Take the word seriously. Get your shit together. But get your shit together on your lower self too. Get your higher self together. Know who you are. Know where you come from. But make sure you know how to achieve those orgasms too. You know what I mean? You got to do it. You have to satisfy your partner in all ways. Sex is very important, if not the most important thing in human existence, right? You see, they may not want this. They want both hands, right? They're like, yo, one hand ain't enough. You know what I mean? Like, I remember, like, one time I did this with a woman. Like, I was, then a thought came over me. I'm like, yo, her pussy is kind of big. I'm like, whoa. It's like, it's a lot of room in this motherfucker. I'm like, I can do all types of shit. So I'm like, all right, so I'm in. I'm like, yo, I got a lot of room. So I'm putting the fingers in too. So I got the shaft and the fingers going in. I'm like, oh shit. Doing all type of shit. I'm like, oh fuck. And she's into it. She ain't like, oh, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm doing finger action and shaft action. I'm like, oh, this is great. Doing all this. Wonderful. So it's all my, because just in case, for everybody who's, so like, it's some women who got some extra room. They just may have a naturally big, genital area. There's no need to be discouraged. You're like, yo, I'm gonna do this and this, so you can be fully filled up, hitting that G spot while going. Anyway. I appreciate everybody for, keeping a light heart. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody. So there we go. So like I was saying, they're like, yo, this ain't enough. It's like, oh, you want both hands? They need both hands. Like, look at this. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, wow, look at this. Oh, wow, look at that. 60 seconds. Do this for 60 seconds. They want them fingers in that throat and the eyeballs, right? They want the throat and the eyeballs. Look at that. All right, and they want you like wiggling the fingers too. So while I'm doing this, while I'm penetrating the mouth, I'm wiggling the fingers. Y'all probably can't see it. I'm wiggling the fingers and penetrating while I got the fingers in the eyeballs. Look at that. Orgasm. Simple. Simple shit, right? Simple. Trust me, I got the most ridiculous fetishes. If I want to be real, my fetish, just being a Scorpion, my fetishes are ridiculous. Ridiculous. You got to be a strong motherfucker to even fuck with me sexually. You got to be strong. You know what I mean? Like my heart is like steel, so it's like shit don't disgust me. You know what I mean? Shit just don't bother me like it would bother somebody else. Like for example, like a woman, you know, she may be going down on you. You may penetrate a little bit too deep, and she's like, oh, she may choke up some fucking vomit or something. Like oh shit. Like, oh, you was going a little bit too rough. You know what I mean? I ain't mean to do that. I'm like, don't worry about it. It's okay. That does not bother me. Like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. It's okay. It's okay. Right? It's okay. It's okay. You know, let's it's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You know, we adults, right? We adults. Shit happens. Don't worry about it. You know, we can keep going. We can keep anyway. That's just me. It's so they may not see they may want the direct third eye penetration. So I may need to go up. Like, let me see if I can do it. Let me see if I can do it. So you see that? They may need that. They may need that. They may need that. They want that inner third eye penetration. You see that? Look at that. They may need to up. They need the G spot. Right? So you got to go. See, you see the way it curls up? Y'all already know. Oh yes, the nose. See, I need the pinky. See, my fingers are too big for the nose. Look, I can't do nothing with the nose, but the pinky, I may be able to. Let's see if I can do the pinky. Let me see if the pinky. Let me see. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can the pinky fit? Can the pinky fit? Can it? Oh. I can't go too deep. I can just get the tip in. Just the tip. Look, that's all you need though. All you need is the tip. That's all you need. Look at that. That's all you need. That's all you need. That's all you need. That's all you need. Simple. Definitely. Keep the partners orgasming, please. You can save lives. It saves lives. It saves lives. It saves lives. So it's funny, but it's serious. It saves lives. Motherfuckers be killing motherfuckers because they're not sexually satisfied. Sexual frustration kills, right? So all you know, like, oh, I don't like this, I don't do this. Kill yourself. Don't say what you don't do. You have to be willing to do it all to save lives out here. You know what I mean? You got to be willing to do it all. That's just like a doctor. Oh, I can't operate on this patient. I don't operate on people that got shot. No, you a fucking doctor. You gotta handle that. That's what you're responsible for, right? Anyway. Exactly. See, everybody got something. You just gotta find it, but you have to explore. A person may not know that this turns them on and that turns them on. They may not know that. You just gotta do it. You gotta experiment. They may not know that. Like, damn, I like my eyeballs. Just, I like the way, you know, I like the grip. It's like, oh, they may like that shit. Like, oh, you know, like you curling your shit. They may like the fucking curls. See, I'm doing this and I curl. They may like the curl. They may not want to do. They like, no, I don't want the. Y'all get it. Y'all get it. What do you think about this no flap stuff? I don't think nothing about it. I say do what you must. Do what you must to stop you from going out here killing motherfuckers. So if you need to bust one every day to keep yourself sane, so be it. So be it. If that's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do. You know what I mean? That's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like I said, you know, it's only so much I can show on YouTube. See, I guess this is cool. But if it was an actual woman here and I was doing this shit, motherfucker, YouTube would block my ass probably. But that's what the Pornhub is for. So it ain't even got to be all about sex. I may just do a Pornhub video, like for example, it'd be like a woman face. Her face would be right there, and it may just be my hands just going all up, just giving her a face massage. Before anything, like I'm just giving her a face massage, just doing all that, put my fingers all in her mouth and twisting and shit. You see the fucking drool coming down, and she's feeling it, moaning and shit. Like she like the penis, cause she like the saliva be coming all out. She just likes that shit, you know what I mean? She may be a person with a wet mouth, so does anything, it just getting those saliva glands, the secreting those chemicals and shit. Anyway. Yeah, definitely keep your partner fulfilled. You know what I mean? Definitely. So even though we're playing around, but it is serious. Explore your partner's fetishes. Explore your own fetishes. You know, fetishes are divine. You know, they are. You just have to be comfortable with it. All right. How do I get rid of a bad fetish? Like women being forced. Been into that stuff since I was like 8. What do you mean a bad fetish? Women being forced. You talking about rape? What do you mean bad fetish? You got a bad rape fetish? You just like taking the pussy. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I knew a woman, and this is real shit. I knew a woman, and I asked her something along that nature, because she was just so sexual. All she would do was talk about sex. Then I'm like, damn, like you just got all this sexual energy about you. Like what if a motherfucker, take that energy the wrong way? Then she was like, yo, even if I'm getting raped, I would still try to fuck them back. Those were her words. So I talked to women that they trying to fucking get raped. I'm not condoning it. I'm just speaking what was conveyed to me. There's women who they kind of get turned on by a motherfucker or a stranger just penetrating their ass. They into that shit. Whatever. It's not my place to judge. I'm just saying, I've known women who like that forceful shit. It's not all women, but some women are, again, she may have been a little Scorpio or some shit. I mean, that's just how, she's walking around with the sexual innuendo. She just, just everything about her aura is sex. Titties is out, ass is out. She want a motherfucker to come up and grab something. Like she's waiting for a motherfucker with enough courage to approach her on that tip. She's waiting for it, and she's giving the goods up. I'm just conveying what I was told. It is what it is. So that's why I say it's not really a bad fetish. You just have to connect with somebody who's into the same shit you're into. You just gotta connect with who's fucking with you. That's all it is. The amount of women I talk to that have never experienced an orgasm is scary. It's because most dudes ain't putting it down. Either they come in too quick, or they can't keep the dick hard, or some shit. 9 times out of 10, they're just not comfortable with themselves. Like, oh, my dick is too little, or some shit. It's like, all right. That's why you have other alternatives. Let's just say you have a small, your shit may only be this big, but you got hands. You can be, just like I told you earlier, you got hands. Boom, 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 hands. You know what I mean? You got 2 inside, and you gripping with your arms like you got the legs like this, and you penetrating. Anyway, y'all get the point. You got to do some strange shit to give women orgasm. This is why I'm saying all this. Women get orgasms from the most strangest shit. It's just dudes are just so fucking traditional. You gotta fucking do some weird, strange shit to these women. Like, oh shit. You know what I mean? You fucking, then you just start rubbing her feet like this. You got her feet up, you penetrating, her feet is like up, and you just start like rubbing her tippy toes or some shit. And that, for whatever reason, she achieves an orgasm with feet stimulation while being penetrated. Who the fuck knows? Who knows? But you got to be willing to do some really weird stuff to achieve that orgasm. And just most dudes are just so narrow-minded. They're not willing to explore a woman in depth. Because they're just more so thinking about pussy and their own dick and their own orgasm. They're not thinking about the other person. So it's mostly selfishly motivated. But you know it is what it is. I appreciate it, King Alpha. You're welcome. You already know that curve, exactly. Some women, you just need to hit the G spot. You know the G spot, you got to curve. You know what I mean? You got to curve it. It ain't just penetrate, you got to curve that shit. You got to curve it and fucking splash all over you. Don't get you a squirter. Get you. Some dudes can't even handle that shit. You gotta let her do it. Don't just be over here. No, I don't know. Don't get that shit on me. Shut your soft ass up. No, you gotta like, yo, I want you, know, shoot them shots all over. I'll open my mouth for it. You gotta be built. Sex, you gotta be built like a warrior to fully experience sex. I guarantee it. You can't be soft, you know what I mean? Again, a woman, you gotta do, like, if that's what turns a woman, it's like, yo, she wanna splash on your chest, you gotta open up, you gotta let her splash on your chest. But you can't be selfish. See, selfish motherfuckers don't know nothing about this. Because selfish motherfuckers ain't doing nothing for the other people, so. That's why they don't even know nothing about what I'm talking about. They're not willing to explore, so it is what it is. Smashing those souls in my nostril, and not. Yeah, I hear you, Rod. You already know. So yeah, y'all get my point. Just be open. Just be open to your partner. You know, even if it ain't your partner, even if y'all just fuck buddies, you know, still satisfy them. If they open up, if two people are opening up their legs for each other, might as well help each other evolve. Like it don't even gotta be spiritual. Like oh, I gotta have sex with somebody who's spiritually on my level. Fuck all that. Go in the streets and get you a motherfucking low-level, big booty queen or some shit, whatever you're into, or you know, a giant staff. If you're a woman, you want the giant staff. You want the staff of lightning, whatever. Satisfy them. You know what I mean? Make their life better. Even if it's a complete fucking stranger. Not necessarily just for you, but for the collective. It makes you feel better too. Anyway, you know. This is me being very intimate right now, right? I'm revealing my whole sex life. Right? Anyway. Let me see. Yeah, it is hilarious, but it's real at the same time. It's hilarious, but it's real. Y'all just gotta, you know, you gotta be open. You gotta be open. You gotta be open. So that's what I'm about. You know what I mean? I like, that's why I be having my chest out. You know what I mean? I like that liquid hitting the chest. That's what I like. I like all that crazy shit. You know what I mean? That traditional shit I ain't even with it. You know what I mean? I like, you know, the woman has to be on top. You know, some dudes can't even last 5 minutes with a woman riding them. Like when a woman really get into it and she's on top and she's like bouncing and destroying your pelvic area, you got to be able to handle that. You got to be able, because it may take her about 7 minutes. She's like, yo, I need about 7 minutes of just riding you and just smashing you, and I'm good. You got to be able to last. But if you only got 2 minutes, you know, you got to build up your sexual kung fu. This is called sexual kung fu. You got to be able to last, because she needs 7 minutes to just destroy your pelvic area. But you will be blessed with an orgasm, and she will be blessed with an orgasm if you can handle the pressure. You have to be able to handle the pressure. Y'all see how this video just did a whole 180? Just to let you know the versatility. It's just we so versatile. We versatile. You know what I mean? We flow like liquid. We like water around this motherfucker. You see that? We formless and shapeless. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. You already know. All right. What's up, Nancy? Wow, what did I miss? Y'all, tell Nancy what she missed. Tell Nancy what she missed. Because if you just checking in right now, oh fuck, you didn't miss some. You didn't miss some. Y'all let her know what she missed. I'm not even gonna speak on it. How we gonna do magic without a good sex life? Totally. Sex is the foundation of all life. You know what I mean? I get to where I like sexually dominating a man. So a man has to be a real man to allow a woman to explore that side. See, there's women that like being dominatrix, right? The dominatrix. They like dominating men. The Shiva Shakti mysteries, right? I told y'all about that. You have to be man enough to allow your woman to dominate your ass in the bedroom. Yeah, put on that sexy shit, that leather, that shit. You know what I mean? What is that called? That kinky shit. Fucking dress up with that spandex, motherfucking slapping ass with the whips and shit. You know what I mean? A woman may want to smack your ass with some whips. She may want to handcuff you, have your shit like this, like, yo, I just want to, You gotta be man enough to motherfucking be, that's what turns her on. You gotta be like, all right, that's what turns you on. You like, what is it called? BDSM or some shit like that? BDSM or SM, some shit, SNM, sadistic, what the fuck is it? And misogynistic? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Motherfuckers is into all that. You gotta be man enough to fucking allow your woman to express her sexuality on you. You gotta be man enough. You gotta be man enough. Yeah, you see, you gotta be man enough. See, most dudes like, no, I gotta be the dominant. I gotta be strong. No. Relax. Your woman will love you more if you allow her to dominate your manly ass. You know what I mean? That's not a submissive thing. It's showing that you are comfortable with yourself. That you don't feel insecure if you're not dominating. That doesn't make you feel insecure. Like, yo, all right, you can, do that. Mm-hmm. You may find a new fetish by allowing your woman to explore hers. You may find yours by allowing your woman to explore hers. All right? You already know. What's up, Selena? BD. Oh, of course you would know about BDSM. Of course you would know. You know what I mean? But that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. That is a thing. Women are into this kinky shit. So you gotta be with the shits. You gotta be with the shits. It just makes things all the better. All the better. So shout out all my freaks who's woman enough and man enough to explore their sexuality and open up new spiritual heights. Remember, Scorpio is not just about sex. It's all about mysticism as well. The 8th house, sexuality and mysticism. They go hand in hand. Right? They go hand in hand. Sexuality, mysticism. They go hand in hand. All right, where we at with it? Exactly. Of course. That's sexuality and mysticism are one and the same. Sex magic will open up new spiritual realms for you. So all this shit, you think people just doing this shit for fun? Nah. Motherfuckers are really into this. But it opens them up spiritually as well. So this is a spiritual thing too. This is not just, you know what I mean, just doing it just for the physical sensations. You're opening up new spiritual planes for yourself by being open enough to open yourself up to not only yourself, but somebody else. You know? So for all those, it may be some people watching who don't really have a sex life at all. This is why. Ask yourself, how open are you? You're probably narrow-minded. You know know what I mean? Like, a woman doesn't find a man attractive who is not comfortable with himself. That's the most attractive feature of a man. Like, yo, he's confident, right? Most motherfuckers with no sex life, they're not confident enough. Not because they don't have the potential, it's because they hide the porn and shit. They hide the porn, they hide the fetishes. They're not up front. They're doing everything in secret, moving in the dark, the down low, right? Nah. We reflect, we shine like the sun. We as open as I am, you got to be just as open. So if I'm open enough to reveal my perverted mind, you got to be willing to show yours. Because I guarantee your woman is just as perverted as you. Maybe even more. Women are more sexual than men. That's why they know about this. Women are more sexual than men. So a man to think he's sexual, but a woman is already there. Like, yo, I'm already into this. I'm glad you're here though. You know what I mean? So when you get to their level, then that's when the shit becomes fun. Because women already are earthly beings. They have this physical plane. They think about this shit more than you do. Like, a man may just be thinking about penetrating a woman, like, oh, I like that ass, I like the titties. Women are looking at all type of different shit. They probably looking at your lips and shit, like, yo, I can just sit on this dude's face. Like, they you know, y'all already know. Seems like my ex would mentally control his staff. Like, just tell this shit to go back up multiple times, but his mind power was crazy. Just saying it's possible. Yeah, everything is possible. Like, when you know your own body, then right, you can be as hard for as long as you want, or as wet as long as you want, because you can think about it and achieve it. You know what I mean? It's all mental. It's all mental. All mental. Anyway, what's up? You finally caught me live again. Well, we about to check out. So then we going on 3 hours. God damn. See, this is what happens when you know, when the like minds get it together, we can talk about this type of stuff. So I appreciate everybody for adding on. You know, there's 2 types of men. Admits he doesn't watch porn, but admits watching porn. It's deeper than porn. There's 2 types of men. Men who's fucking, and men who are conducting sex magic. Those are the 2 types. Either you fucking or you got your rituals popping off. Which one are you? Which one are you? Are you bringing out the best in your woman, or are you just busting nuts? That's the difference. Are you thinking about yourself, or are you thinking about the collective? That's the difference. Who cares if you watch porn or not? That's pretty much irrelevant. That's a personal thing. But when we talking about people coming together and actually engaging in the sexual act, that's the real battlefield. Porn has nothing to do with it. You know, that's for you. You watch porn for you, but if we're talking about that intimacy, that's for the collective, right? So, y'all already know who the fuck it is, man. Ain't nobody gonna keep it this real. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Who else is spiritual but, you know what I mean? Showing you that, right? So we'll check out, y'all. I'll finish off at 3 hours, so we got 5 minutes. Why not? So, once again, if you haven't joined the website, check it out, asharenu.com. Check out the Facebook group. Check out the Instagram. Definitely look out for the Porn Hub. Look out for my other YouTube channel, which will be strictly ASMR and isochronic tones. You know, for all the people that's into that. So we definitely got a lot of things, you know, cooking up. So definitely stay tuned. You know what I mean? if y'all want more videos, I believe, I disabled the comments because I know the comments will be crazy. But don't worry about the comments. If you wanna contact me, just contact me directly. Just hit me up through the email. Don't even worry about the comments and the likes and dislikes. Just hit me strictly through the email. You know what I mean? So we're gonna make it personal with this, website, email, whatever you want to do, Instagram, Facebook. You know what I mean? Whatever is most comfortable. So if you want to be a part of anything I have going on, email. Any information, email. So again, before we get out of here, I definitely will be in Los Angeles, I believe. If not next week, it may be sooner. So we're definitely gonna hit LA then. That next week or maybe 2 weeks after, then we hit up Phoenix. You know what I mean? And we're gonna explore the occult of the city. You know what I mean? Because again, I don't know if y'all, for all my LA people, all my Phoenix people, I don't know how deep into the occult y'all are. But I know I'm really with the shit, so I may be able to put you onto some shit that you wasn't even aware of. You know what I mean? Like most people don't even know the original name of Hollywood, right? People know Hollywood, but Hollywood, it was called something else before it was Hollywood. What was it called? A lot of people don't even know, but I just do stuff like this. I like knowing the history of the cities. I like knowing, the Masonic symbols of the cities and downtown. Like I just like knowing, the energy grids of where I am. So you can tap into that energy source and become a power source yourself. All right, what we got? All right. 3 hours because you're rich in info and knowledge. I appreciate that, Selena. You already know. You already know. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody for tuning in. You know what I mean? Checking out my pervertedness. I know y'all like this motherfucker's perverted. Right? Yeah, he goddamn right. At least I'm honest, right? At least I'm honest. I ain't gonna lie about it. All right. Yeah, there it is. What is it? Sodo-misogynistic. However you say that. Yeah. But y'all know what I'm talking about. That freak shit. That kinky. You know what I mean? I'm with all the smoke. I'm with all the smoke. But that's just me. So I appreciate it. It definitely was a good conversation. What's up, Christina Law, the Queen Warrior? Yeah, shout out to all the queens out there. And when I say queen, I'm not just talking about just because you're a woman who knows who she is, who's comfortable in her own skin, who's putting it down on those kings. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Kings and queens. Shout out to all my kings and queens. You know what I mean? For all my strong kings out there. You know what I mean? Salute to you. Putting it down. Hitting the bottom for that spot. Shout out to all my kings. Right? So we'll be checking out. We got 60 seconds. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. So the next video will probably be a pre-recorded video or some shit. I'll figure it out. But definitely take heed to what was said in this video. I know it got pretty crazy, but that's what the spirit does, right?